Hello. 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 I already have the keyboard outside of the case today because I got excited and I wanted to make sure everything was here in the case. Happy partner anniversary. Thanks, dude. Thanks, guys. Is it telling you guys to say that? Oh man, let's wish myself that too. Woo. How is Mr. Toes feeling this day? I have a slight, very smidge headache from not sleeping super well. I couldn't find a comfortable temperature last night because I guess the temperature dropped really low last night, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't find like that good sweet spot. You guys know what I mean? Pre-entered in the message field. God damn, that's crazy. Yeah, like I didn't. Obviously, I wasn't prepared for that, so. Thank you, Jishi.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank me. Thank you. Victoria Rose, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's a filler message, but we genuinely mean it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kiro. Thank you, guys. Today, the goal for the giveaway, by the way, is this beautiful... Well, here, let's switch over here, actually. This one. This is the Spectacle 60. Will be the giveaway goal today. It's a bit of a lower sub goal today. Just because it's the partner anniversary day and I want it to be like a little bit, you know, just a little bit, just to give you guys the extra 10 there. But this is the Spectacle 60 with that 5-axis machine side will be the giveaway today. There's some dust that settled on my thing last night here. Come on, camera. Yeah, pretty nice. Would you recommend the Neo 65 for a starter premium build? Absolutely. I think there's a lot of great keyboards you can start at. And then the Neo is obviously one of the more well-priced ones. So how do giveaways work here? This is just for the month of September. We're doing this, by the way.
Hello, you mustachioed hero. How is your
Thanks,
Sunday,
Chuck.
Alexotos?
It's going so far. But thank you, man. Ardang, thank you so much. Yeah, for the month of September, every day that I stream, we're giving away a board once we hit the goal, which is a little bit more digestible,
Happy
especially because it's
Alex.
September as well. So we're giving a board. It's all international. I pay for the shipping. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. So you just enter. I'll let you guys know as you're watching the stream when that happens. Thank you, Ardang. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Ree. I appreciate you, man. No geographical limitations in the slightest. In fact, the first 2 giveaways we did, I believe both of them... Actually, no, sorry. The first giveaway, anyways, was Europe-based. And, my wallet did not like that one there very much, I'll tell you that. Just chipped my French press? Huh? How did that happen? Let's just switch back to this. Just chatting for now. I had to wear a long sleeve t-shirt, well, a shirt today, an actual proper, like, long sleeve shirt. Cause, goddamn, it is kind of chilly today. Finally subbing after a year of watching. I appreciate it, man. I hope the last year here has been great for you. Thank you, Abel. I appreciate you, man.
Always loving joining the streams. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Would you guys consider this a sweater? It's really thin. It's not thick. I don't think I would classify this as sweater. Just a long sleeve tee. It looks like it would be thick, but it's actually quite thin. Sweatshirt, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. What do you call this? I don't know. I don't know clothes very well. I go shopping like twice a year. Maybe, if anything. Although, dude, all my shorts from... This is the one downfall about Uniqlo, in my opinion. I went like on a Uniqlo spree, what was it, 2 years ago? I think you guys remember when I bought like all the Uniqlo stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of basics. None of the shorts, I mean, I'm not wearing one right now, but none of the shorts lasted. Like, they're all frayed, and like, what do you call it when you get those little, like, is it called piled or something? Piling, yeah. They're all, no, I'm wearing different shorts. I don't know, they're all... Pilling? Is it pilling? Yeah, they're all destroyed. Every last pair of the Uniqlo ones. So I don't know if I'm ever going to buy shorts from them again because that was disappointing. I had like 5 pairs and those are realistically my only shorts. I am wearing sport shorts right now. And yeah, like I've removed all of that piling or whatever it's called, but it just keeps coming back and it looks really bad. Like it looks cheap. I'm just like, oh, I did shave them. And it didn't work very well. I don't know. Not really my favorite shorts. I like their shirts, just not their shorts. What is a piece of clothing that you like but find cringe? For me, it's a good turtleneck. I actually disagree. I think turtlenecks are fucking sick. And if you can rock a turtleneck, then you can rock anything. I think they're sick. I actually prefer, lately I've been preferring the tighter collars. I don't know why. That's a good question. What do I think is cringe for clothes? I mean, there are things... Okay, well, what do I think is cringe but still like? I think that's the question, right? Well, okay, this might be what other people think is cringe. People consider the short socks cringe nowadays. I don't know why. I don't know why that became a thing to think is cringe. You know, like the ankle socks? I don't know. People think that's cringe. I've been told it's cringe. I've been told it's not the style anymore.
God
I don't know.
dude.
Gurnal, thank you so much. I appreciate the 5 tier 1s. Thank you, dude. I mean, guys, I don't know. I'm just telling you. It's what people have told me. They said that's kind of cringe. So, I think overalls are cringe. I love overalls as well. I wish I could rock half these things. I'm not really into fashion and all, but like I see other people rock all these cool things and it's so diverse and I think it's so awesome. The only thing, a piece of fashion which I don't like is like the Supreme stuff. Like I don't like any of the super hyped up brands that just have logos like that are text-based and that are very simple. I don't really care for any of that stuff. If you're going to do like a graphic t-shirt, I want there to be a graphic on it, not just like a big brand plastered across the front, you know? Although people will wear, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm not going to speak to that person. Maybe that's my only like gripe with clothing. I don't know, dude. Thank you though, guys. I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for being here, Abel. Thanks for being here, Gurnal, Ari, Ardang, Chuck. Thanks, guys. Hope everyone's having a good day today. If you go for hype brands, you need to match the vibe. Yeah, I mean, most of my stuff is just random shit that I bought. I mean, I buy a lot of like, unfortunately, I've made a lot of bad purchases with clothes. So all my stuff's kind of falling apart. But what is that water? Is that a brand? Afternoon, what's up, MP? I forgot. Hi, Soren. Yeah, I mean, like, my favorite style to wear, do you want essentials? I think I own one sweater because it was on sale and I really liked the color of it. But even that, like, I'm finding myself, I don't wear it as much. I don't own any hype clothing. I own technically one piece, which is the Essentials hoodie. And then I have, which I don't even think is hype. I just have a plain shirt because I really wanted a high quality black t-shirt. And I got a plain black t-shirt from All Saints one time. But other than that, my whole wardrobe is from Uniqlo or merch stuff that I've purchased from other people. I do not own anything, and I own one pair of shoes that I have holes in the back of that I need to get rid of, and I need to figure out if I'm just going to continue wearing, because I have a backup pair of New Balance, so I'm just going to use that until that has holes in it too. This classic TKL is the one with the aluminum plate, so it's not my favorite combination. I just haven't installed the new plate yet, but you know, actually the aluminum plate's sort of growing on me though. I still preferred the PC plate. My mom used to be a personal gardener for a creator of Supreme, and her business almost went under because she had to spend so much time working at his house. Then he fired her and only paid her like 1/3 of what he owed her. The Supreme person did? That's fucking cringe, dude. I hope your mom ended up getting paid in the long run. I wish you and your family the best, old man. Almost all my stuff is secondhand stuff that has a kind of Uniqlo silhouette. Yeah, I mean, clothing's tough, though. Clothing's so tough. Like, I don't know anything about clothes. I never have. I sort of almost got into, like, the fashion stuff a long time ago. And then I bought I don't have anything anymore because they don't fit me anymore, but I kind of got some stuff, and then I just got right out of it because fashion stuff is so expensive. And at the time, I was young, and I didn't have the money to do that. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to do it. She makes $100K a year now. I'm so proud of her. That is awesome, dude. I'm glad she bounced back from that, bro. I don't know. Even like Nike and Adidas these days, I just don't buy. They're all so expensive. So I'll just go to like cheaper stores and get things either secondhand or Uniqlo where it's just basics because it's all I really wear, and I'll just like layer basics. But his fits are still mad flames. Thanks, dude. Do you follow a skincare routine? I don't. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. Little off topic from the clothing. My skin has not been great lately. I don't know why. My diet has not changed. If anything, it's gotten better. But I think just maybe something I ate, like, it's been like the last 3 weeks. It's just something maybe I ate, maybe stress. So nice.
Have a fantastic day.
Hey, it's Boofy. Thank you so much, man, for buying it your shirt. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks, man. Hope you enjoy it when it comes in. I love those things. I mean, it could be stress. It could be a stress-related thing from the move. Maybe it's starting to slowly go away. I can see like my skin's becoming clearer now. So I don't know. We'll see. Usually it's just water though. Water and a little bit of, sometimes if I'm feeling like extra spicy, I'll use like a wash that my girlfriend got. But I mean, I have been having a lot more dairy recently. So maybe that's it. Like I've been eating cheese a lot more. I don't know. Wearing my Alexotos moss shirt. The moss is like genuinely, it wasn't supposed to be the best color, but I feel like it's the best color. I love really simple things. Problem is my opinions, my options that are only incredibly cheap and low quality. You know, that's kind of, so BK, that's kind of why I went with the Uniqlo stuff, because it felt good and it still feels good. So what do you normally shop from, BK? Do you like birds? I love birds. I love nature stuff in general. So yes, to answer your question, yes. Do you like birds? A change in diet can trigger stuff like this. It'll settle off for, I mean, I'm hoping, Plady.
Photos stone shirt update. I washed it 7 times and it's coming back to normal after having detergent dried on it. Thank the keep gods.
You know, Burn, not for nothing, I've never, so I can't remember, was it, you said your girlfriend knocked it over on that or something? Or I can't remember what happened, but yeah, I hope it ends up clearing up. I've never heard of detergent staining something. I thought it wasn't supposed to do that, but I don't know anything about that because I've never had that happen to me. But yeah, who knew? Zara's got to get their quality figured out. I don't like Zara stuff at all, if I'm being real with you guys. I think Zara stuff is some of the cheapest fucking low quality stuff that, it's like H&M, what H&M is now. So this sweater, this is a gift from Zara that someone got me. And this is like falling apart everywhere. There's string, like there's little threads loose. Everything's falling apart about this. It's a cool style. But yeah, Zara, I personally will never spend my money because I think it's just really low quality shirts. I mean, yeah, I was going to say it's fast fashion, but I didn't want to like speak out of turn because maybe it's not and I'm just wrong, but it feels very fast fashion. I fall apart when Alex winks at the camera. Dude, don't do that. You know, you're making me blush. MX2A Blacks, I have. They're really good, actually. I'm very surprised. But I hope everyone's been having a good Sunday, man. Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Yesterday, I did one thing, which was I went to go visit my parents, but the whole trip ended up taking, like, it was only supposed to be, like, an hour back and forth. Well, an hour there and then an hour back. And then, dude, there were just so many delays all over Toronto, so it was like a 6-hour session of just traveling back and forth. It was so bad. I was so tired from just sitting on the bus yesterday. The traffic was all backed up everywhere. It was crazy. H&M is so hit and miss. It is, dude. Do you like going there though, Abel? I don't like it these days. The Iron Snail on YouTube reviews some of the basics like t-shirts, etc. He covers stuff in all sorts of price. You know, that's something I never thought about doing, Gurn. I never thought about checking YouTube for reviews on basics for clothing. That is a really good point, actually. Damn, I gotta do that. I had an office soccer tournament. That is interesting. Did you guys win? Did you kick some ass? Spent some time yesterday cleaning up, organizing my hobby stuff. Hey, I don't know if you do this too, Toby. I do this thing where it's like, it's a hobby organizing your hobbies. Because I did just go on a whole spree this like entire week of figuring out little things that I can pick up to buy, like organizing things for organizing my hobby. It feels weird. It feels like a hobby within it. But yeah, I've been trying to like get some like little bins and stuff like that. It's cool. I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm glad you had some fun doing it too. We didn't win, but if you win, you got it organized the next year. Bro, that does not sound like a prize. If you win the tournament, you have to spend your energy organizing the next one. Hell yeah, dude. I would have thrown that so bad, bro. I would have turned around and scored in my... Yeah, it sounds like a punishment. It does, dude. Oh, man. This is not a polycarbonate one, Mono. This is actually it was an ABS? It's an ABS board. This is the classic TKL. Here, I'll show you guys. This is going to be from Novel Keys. It comes out in, 10 days, I think? So this is soon from Novel Keys. Okay. Some news about the Paper 80. Jay managed to convince the manufacturer to add split left shift. Dude, Jay, hats off to Jay, dude. I thought, I think we mentioned it. I thought the layout was a little bit ridiculous because they offered ISO, but then no left shift. So, Novel Keys is goated. Agreed. Okay, really quick, guys. We're going to be doing something called the Control Panel 01. It's called the CP-01. The control panel is done by, I don't know how it's pronounced exactly, Noor, but it's, the people that did the, that big, bulky keyboard on the suspension. You guys remember that one there? Well, they're back at it with, in my opinion, something that looks just as good. This was sent over by Apos Audio, so they do also keyboard stuff there. In fact, I think they ended up picking a whole bunch of Kono stuff up to vendor, which is a good thing because Kono sucks. So nice.
8 months already. Where
Thank you,
are we
Disguised.
going for our 1 year?
Where do you want to go? You want to go like a steakhouse or something? No, actually, it wasn't $1,000 that one there. That really cool one with the suspension. It was like $550 or something. So I wrote down some notes on this because this is a board that when I saw it in person, to kind of give you some backstory, they said, "Hey, do you want to build this thing?" And I was like, "Absolutely." On paper, this looks nice. When I got this in last week, I opened it up and I was blown away because the renders, and I don't know if they took photos on the Z Frontier model. It looks fantastic. And also, Charlie, we're giving away this board. This is the giveaway today. The Spectacle 60. So, I got this board and I took a look. I was blown away. I was like on a call with a few friends and I showed them. They were even just like, Jesus, this board looks sweet. So to read off some stats before I show you the board is going to be an 8-degree typing angle. It has a interesting layout. So this is for the Control Panel 01. It's going to have a left side knob, which I think is great. And it has a pretty unique finish. And I think the finish is quite interesting. So I'm going to actually skip showing you guys. I mean, it comes in a nice hard shell case. I mean, screw it. I'll just show you guys. It's cool. Neat little hard shell case. Not like the main point of this, but this is a lacquer finish. And I have to admit, this is one of the nicest finishes I have ever seen. And I went through this deep dive of trying to figure out, okay, what is a lacquer finish compared to an ano finish? Like, why would I want a lacquer or why wouldn't I want a lacquer finish? So it's baked lacquer. And I read up on it, did some little bit of research. So anodization is a totally different process. It's like forcing oxidation or something like that. Essentially, ano, if this was anode like this red here was, this would be a little bit more resistant and durable to like environmental factors, and it's just a better quality finish ano in terms of durability. Now, lacquer, depending on how you do it, is actually still durable. It's not as durable as ano, although for what we're doing for keyboards, I don't think this matters because we're not throwing this around. At least I hope. It's a very aesthetic finish, and it has this almost like a car paint kind of look. And I'll show you guys some angles of this. Obviously, my fingers have been touching it, but like, look at this. It almost looks like an automotive finish, which I think is, here, I'll zoom in a bit. I can't describe this well enough. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful finish. It is so smooth. Again, fingerprint. It is a fingerprint magnet though, but it is beautiful. I love this finish. And it still has some anodized parts on it. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen a red like this on a keyboard. It is genuinely such a pretty looking red. It's almost kind of like a piano finish. I will say yes to that. It is very much like a piano finish. Gorgeous though. So some stats about the board. It's going to ring in stock for the time being on APOS Audio. There's only 2 colors available, which is a bit unfortunate because when you look at their, when you look at Noir's IC page on Z Frontier, they have like 7 or 8 different colors, and some of them look insane. This is actually one of the more expensive colors. So this one here is going to ring in at $500 in stock. Is APOS Audio legit? I mean, I haven't had problems with them. They're also offering a warranty on this. They have this in stock. They've picked up other people's leftovers that people weren't doing. I mean, there's been some pretty decent designers backing them as well. I mean, I guess we'll see in the future, but I have no issue with them so far. They seem great. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. But yeah, 2 colors only, cream and red. It is what it is here. They sent this over for us to take a look at, so I'm pretty happy to take a look at this today. Like I said, was kind of blown away by the renders. Now, I read something about... this wasn't on their website. This was on Z Frontier. According to Z Frontier, this particular red... I saw a photo. They're saying this red is very close, or I guess this particular color combo is supposed to be something from the TVA from Loki, the show. It's supposed to be inspired by one of the consoles there or something like that. I don't know. That's what it said on the Z Frontier page. And I looked at the photo they provided in the Z Frontier page, and, it is what it is. And you guys can kind of see it has this LED that'll pop up over here. You can set to different colors and stuff. And if you set this to like an amber, because right now it's on Bluetooth pairing, and it's normally supposed to be an amber. Yeah, I guess it kind of does look like what they're... Anyways, not the point of the review. I just thought it was interesting that it was based off something. But genuinely, very pretty looking keyboard. It does primarily seem to want to use a split and then a center over here. So it looks like 2 split center. It looks like you can install a 6.25U, although that was not advertised. I'm hoping it works with a regular spacebar as well. I can already give this one piece of criticism, and it's probably going to be for the PCB, which it doesn't look like they had any other PCB options. I scoured the IC page, and there's nothing else on it. It looks like this is going to be fixed, very fixed for what you can do layout-wise. Maybe this can do a 6.25U. We'll see. This is not a button over here, but it does have this right-aligned knob, which is a very nice knob. And the knob is stepped in. So it is a genuinely good-looking keyboard. Here's the side profile. We'll get that shown off over here too. Pretty nice-looking side profile. 22mm front height with the feet. A little higher than I normally like. But you know what? Maybe this isn't the biggest deal in the world to some. Maybe that's a deal breaker for some people. Who knows? The bottom of the board, got some fingerprints on the finish over here. It is what it is. Can't really avoid that with any keyboard. Pretty looking. Again, it does have some push-in feet that are sort of unique. And then you can see the screws. The screws were something that stuck out to me when I saw this originally as well. Really don't know why. They did such a bang-up job with that other board that I was so surprised to see this atrocious screw. They got some Phillips screws in the bottom. Don't know what the deal with that is. But we'll see. We'll put the feet here for the side for now. And then they kind of got this badge on the back where, kind of shows the year and the manufacturer and a little signature. I don't think that's like too in your face. Not really something I'm too concerned about, but you know what? It does kind of add something to the board, I guess. Recessed USB-C. But overall, this finish is just killing it. Like, I think this is gorgeous. Like I said, one of the nicest finishes I have ever seen on a keyboard, and I don't think I'm doing this justice. I really don't think I'm doing this justice. And then the internals are supposed to be a bit unique too, and I can't really describe the internals very, very well if I'm being real with you guys. They're calling the internals, what's the word they called it? Sockets, which kind of just sound like they're gasket pins, and it has 30 different spots in which you can mount them. Totally optional where you can put them, which is kind of cool. But they did also say, I'm not sure if APOS is offering this because I think they have limited in-stock units. If APOS runs the group buy, I'm not sure if they are. But if this does go into like a group buy period where you can kind of mix and match parts, it does look like in the future there'll be a non-HHKB version as well, which is nice. I was really hoping this would be LEDs too, but because it kind of has this stippled top part over here. But they're not LEDs, just for decoration. They're not done very deep either, so my concern for dust is very minimal there. I think my biggest concern is just how many fingerprints you get, but this was pretty easy to wipe down with a microfiber cloth, so. It is wireless, if that matters to you guys. But let's open this bad boy up. Yeah, if they had an LED matrix on there, that would have been super fucking cool, but they do not. There are no non-HHKB keyboards, Alex. Wake up. My bad. They're all HHKB. Does it give AM board vibes? A little bit. It definitely gives me some AM Studio board vibes. Very minimally, though. I think this might be a little bit... I don't know. This gives me a bit more of like a refined look. These are really small screws. Wait, I don't... Hold on, is this just for like a back plate? So, I have not seen this board undone, nor did they have any sort of like breakdowns for this board, nor did I watch any videos. So this is my first time looking at this too. For $500, I want something that's going to be, not just a pretty finish. Thank you, glasses. Appreciate you. So we shall see what this ends up looking like. Although, is this a little stressful to take out, or what's going on? Do I need to take out the badge first? Unfortunately, the instruction manual just gave instructions for the programming of VIA. So it is a VIA compatible PCB, but I don't know if it's just me, but if you're going to make a very complex board, I would appreciate a build guide, and I'm sure they're probably going to make one because they did for the other board. But, a build guide would always be nice too, especially when it's a little bit more complex. Usually, I prefer build guides. Oh, these screws are just really rough in there. Small? What the? Okay, I don't think this is the right thing here. Let's go one bigger. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you, guys. Prune me daddy. What the fuck? It might be unnecessary complex, but you know what? This seems to be their MO with keyboard stuff from Noir. They seem to make complex keyboards, which, by the way, I am not against complexity. Complexity can be fun, but I think complexity, if you're gonna make complex, oh gosh, this thing fell off. You gotta make a build guide, or it has to be straightforward. It has to be one of the two. Ooh, there is a cable right underneath too. I don't know if I love that. Ribbon cable right underneath. So you do have to be very careful taking this off or you could damage something. Alright, what do we have underneath here? This is like an adhesive foam. Not really adhesive, probably just bonded a little bit down here, but probably the battery underneath here as well. Non-proprietary, it is a proprietary daughter board, so non-universal. which I understand for these type of products. I get it. Hopefully in the future they'll give you access to make these in the future, which is ideal rather. Why does some foam get so sticky over time? Does it like break down? I'm pretty positive eventually it will. Interesting internals over here. This has a bunch of weight to it. Probably from the battery and the foam here. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate the tier 1 for 6 months. And then it looks like for the internals, the way this is mounted. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of neat. Look at that. So it has these like specialty pins. So maybe this is quite unique in terms of how this mounts. Interesting. Huh. I mean, it felt like it was really soft just by touching the plate and PCB
the
combo here.
The _crowned clown gifted a tier 1 sub to Yanfei
Thank you, Crowned.
or you. They have given 7 gift
you.
subs in the channel.
God damn though, there is a lot of screws on this. Do I need to unscrew everything though, or just the ones with the arrows pointed towards them? Let's see. Okay, I just need to do the ones with arrows. You know, I like that. That gave me a visual cue on what I need to do. So there's arrows on these that kind of point, and I guess these are for these. Whoa, this is kind of unique. Look at this. No, it was just those 4 backplate screws. Whoa, this is kind of cool.
After I don't know how long, but I see the handsomest man using the Nexus.
Crow, thank you so much for the
also,
Prime and Zany.
Eagerly waiting
thank
for
you,
the merch
dude.
to come. Alexot love Alexoti woo.
Okay, wait a second, guys. This is sick. So it sits on these little pieces of, like, these plastic gasket washers. And then it has these sort of like pistons. Rob, you know what? Maybe the external's ugly right now, but maybe this will spark some people with ideas for the internals here. You know what I mean? And then they did include some more, because the idea is you can kind of pick and choose where you want these things to go. Wait, this is kind of cool. And then there's more little gasket things here you can use. So you give you a whole bag of these things. I mean, maybe, but this seems to be their MO. And I think that's fun. Like I said, like, I'm not... If this was just another 60 that came out that's decently affordable with nothing that seems special about it, I'd be like, yeah, this is a smidge boring. So yeah, it comes with a whole baggie full of these things. Dude. Interesting. So you can just kind of pick and choose, because the PCB sits on these little pistons, or whatever you want to call them. And you can pick and choose where you want them to sit. Well, damn, that's actually really cool. So it looks like they just have 3 installed. Like 3 on the top, 3 over here. They don't have adjustable weights, it seems, but... So nice.
It'll pick and choose you any day.
Thank you so much, dude. I'm going to unscrew this one here, and I'm going to remove the ones under the space bar. But also, I'm just kind of curious. Why is the coating scuffed on the inside? It does look a little different on the inside. You can kind of see, but I'm also probably under the impression that lacquer, because this is a lacquer coating, probably doesn't do well with screws, as you can see. I'm not offended that the inside doesn't seem to be as polished as the outside. Like, I'm not offended by that at all. I'm also under the impression that this is a little bit trickier to do, especially with touching parts like that. For me, the special coating here, I'm more concerned about the exterior. That is what makes me, more, especially when it comes to, special coatings, I'm more worried about the exterior here. Thank you, Cheese Man. This is by the same people that did the suspension keyboard. Makes sense. I like that they're innovative. Yeah, like I said, you know what? We can sit here today and we can say, you know what? Collectively, this might not be for everyone. Which, let's be fucking real. This probably isn't for everyone. But I think that this is unique enough that I am very excited looking at this. I like the fact that they give you so many of these and you can pick and choose where you want these to go. Because now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm gonna criticize their marketing for 1 second though. Why isn't this like one of the main features on their product page? Not for, I mean, even for APOS audio. This should be like the main thing. In fact, I don't think I saw this one time on the IC. This is the coolest part about this board. This is really neat. Interesting. Glad to see you streaming today. Is there a Geekac page or anything for this board? There's a Z Frontier page. I can link you guys the Z Frontier page if you want. But I just linked you the actual page with the... I think it might be on the actual page too, that APOS Audio has. Well, I do want to take all these off anyways, just so we can get into the PCB here. Are there extra pistons for different spring weight? It doesn't look like there is, but that's a... I mean, someone mentioned that too. I think that's a really cool idea if they did that in the future. They offered some different weights for these things. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. They aren't mentioned at all in the listing? No, that is like, dude, this is my first time even seeing what the hell they meant by their gasket system or their mounting system. Genuinely, this is really cool. Damn, this is really neat. This is unique. Yeah, I'm sure that it's just a more versus less thing. I think you're spot on there, 6. I think you are spot on. Maybe it's just like more equals a certain amount of thing, less equals the other thing. I mean, overall, yeah, this has a lot of screws to it. But it's not like this feels bad to take apart, which is important. Damn, that is cool. This is interesting. Let's take out this ribbon cable. Where's my tweezers? Sort of, it's like a shock absorbing suspender, which is really neat to see. And then we have, oh, I see what they did here. Oh no, that's not removable blocker. That's just for that accent in the front. Here is the PCB. Oh wow, this thing is interesting. I would have loved to see a solderable PCB. So this is a PCB mounted. So technically, you could make this plateless technically. So nice. But
Party hat, happy partner anniversary.
Thank you, Big Max. Appreciate you, dude. But I mean, in this case here, it is hot swap, so I probably wouldn't bother. Per key RGB, which is neat. Not really necessary, but I can see people vibing with that. Guys, listen. I hope I'm showing it enough, but this is really fucking cool. I don't know if this will be for everyone, but I really appreciate how different this is. And I really like that this is not just a different internal mounting system too. We got a really cool finish. We have a unique concept for a board. So again, you get split. It'll be usually, I think the intended thing to do here is do 2 short space bars and a middle space bar like a function. But I'm hoping that I can do a regular space bar here just because I want to see how it sounds. Fuck, this is neat. And then it looks like on the plate, well, this is foam, so this I'm going to take off. I don't want to use the foam. It came with foam. You can take that off, obviously. On the plate, it looks like there's some sort of force brake or some sort of gasketing system on top of the plate that's pre-applied. But just an FR4 plate. It's a meme cut plate. It is what it is. Interesting. Well, and I guess you could take off this whole entire top assembly here if you really want, but I'm not going to bother, and I'm certain there's probably some other daughter board in there. Jeez, look at this. This is starting to make a lot more sense for $500, by the way. Just look how many things are on this. Like, look at machining they had to do. Really take that in. And even these are machined too. All these pieces, these are aluminum. This is neat. Finish is definitely not what it is. You know, you can see the fading of the finish on the inside. I'm not concerned too much about that. The exterior is fucking beautiful. Damn, this is really neat. What happened? What is everyone arguing about?
So nice.
Here, let's read this. The attitude is part of the problem with not holding makers accountable. QC is important. You can't just skip steps because it's on the inside. Different coatings has its challenges, but having scuffs is not A-stock. I mean, I just don't think it's possible to do with this particular coating. Like, I read that. Like, I did my research ahead of time, and I'm reading that lacquer. It just isn't as durable. And I'm sure that, I mean, I saw that they're offering different colors, and it seems like they're offering some in anodization, and then they're even offering like a polycarbonate version. If lacquer is not durable, and the inside is known to chip anyways, I wouldn't make an expectation to have the inside perfectly coated when it's just going to chip away anyways. Like, that's just not an expectation that I would have as even a buyer. I don't know about you guys. I don't really have that expectation. Like, it's nice to see when internal pieces are really nice. But I mean, like, I also come from, you know, an era where at the beginning of keyboards, we had really aggressive ano hook marks. And that was just part of the process. And you still get that with keyboards too. And like the ano hook marks in some boards are just, you have to deal with it. So for me, the internals, you know, it just seems to be where the lacquer piece is, not where the anode piece are. The anode's perfect. Yeah, it just makes sense that this is not going to be perfect, especially what I read about lacquer. So I don't know, just me. Yeah, and that's the other thing I read too that I was going to talk about is I read what's the lifespan of lacquer, because I have never experienced anything with lacquer before. It's just something that I've never, you know, used. And what I read was, and this is what maybe makes me a bit concerned about this particular finish. Lacquer seems to be, you know, if you use it a lot and you're rough handling it, they said anywhere between, and this is just a random website. I don't know the process in which involved this because there's different ways to apply lacquer. It said 3 to 5 years. So maybe that's the case with this. I don't know. If you well keep it, it said it can last a long time, but who knows? I don't have the longevity to know this with this board, and I don't think a 5-year review is something that would be, you know, sustainable. But you know, it is what it is there. If that worries you, then don't pick up the board. But I think this is a really pretty piece, and I don't see this, you know, especially because it's going to be inside on a desk, and hopefully minimal dropping. We'll see. A Freezer, thank you very much. XCal, thank you very much. Big Max Cheese, thank you guys. But yeah, if the coating is a problem for you guys, then don't buy it. I think simple as that. I think it's cool to see something new. But I don't think the expectation of having the inside picture perfect, I don't have that expectation for this particular piece based off what I read about lacquer. If I knew more about it, being the lacquer pieces, maybe I'd have that expectation. But I personally do not have the expectation based off of what I read for the internal piece. So maybe that's just a me thing. I'll let you guys leave that to your interpretation and your insight and your knowledge. But I did do some research on it. All right. Let's move this over, and I guess let's start doing some stabilizers. It is a 1.2 mil PCB. Trying to think. Should I just do clip-ins? No, I'll do screw-ins for this. Happy partner anniversary. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I I mean, I've just been using clip-ins. Cherry clip-ins has been my go-to. But you know what? Let's just use some screw-ins. We'll do some screw-ins for this guy. Yeah, and then I think also I saw some people mention this too. I wouldn't call something B-stock ever in keyboards for like an internal scuff. Like, especially just if the ano's not perfect on the inside for something you don't see. I think you also have to understand keyboard people are already extremely picky. And I don't think holding makers accountable for keeping the internal pieces, to that standard too. I think that's not something that's possible. And I don't personally want to hold makers accountable for an internal piece that'll never see the light of day. And exactly what Soren said. I don't know how much you guys know about this, but I'm hoping this is okay to share. Salvin went through a bunch of fucking issues with anodization. And that was already on the external from getting anodizers that weren't in China. This is Europe anodizers. And I've heard people even in the Cerakoting business, and I have some personal experience here as well. There are, like, for Cerakoting, there are some people that send their stuff to, people who do firearms, because that's generally who's using these Cerakote applicators. They just won't do keyboards, some of them anymore, because they've said, you keyboard people are too picky. We have a totally different standard we've already set for ourselves, and that's the standard I'm following. I'm not going to go one thing above that and now be like, internals need this as well. Those companies are usually doing window frames. I mean, I don't think they're doing window frames, but our community has a rep for being very picky, and the finishing trades have caught on. Yeah, which is, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being picky. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think there also needs to be some reasonable expectations. Like, there needs to be reasonable expectations, because here's the other portion of what pickiness can do. If a product already costs $300, and then suddenly you're like, well, we need the internals done to a T. And you're like, well, now I got to QC all the internals, and this is going to cost more of labor, just time. This might cost more for people to do, because suddenly maybe a batch of 10 that didn't do well can be now a batch of 30. And again, I think in the general scope of things, that's going to raise prices. And I don't know if that's something I want personally. And then maybe this is a you thing for anyone who's into that. Maybe you guys want the internals done to, flawless. But if it means saving me a few dollars for an internal piece that's 95% of the way there opposed to 100, I don't know. I'm not about it. Yeah. I think as long as the vendor you're purchasing for them makes QC standards transparent, then the consumer can make an educated choice. Well, I think also, yes, it does fall on the vendor to make it very transparent. But I think it's good to see that we can open these things up and have like a good conversation about what we can expect from this board for the price. I think expectation depends on price too. Like, I can expect maybe some weird ANO on a $150 board, but a $500 board ANO, even on the inside, is unacceptable. It depends though what you're spending the money on though, Big Macs, right? I think personally, and I'm not trying to defend this board, by the way. I have no affiliation with this board, by the way, just so everyone's clearly aware. I'm just talking out loud. If I'm spending $500 and the machining alone, is $450, I'm making stuff up, is a good chunk of the price. Like, there's a lot of parts, there's a lot of machining going on. It depends on where that money's going to. You know what I mean? If the board was a simple rectangle, and they're like, this costs $500, because right now there's a lot of different things that I've never seen before. If they were like, this costs $500, this is super simple, it has some pour-on gaskets, it has a PC plate, standard PCB. It's a rectangle. I would have been like, yeah, you know what? For $500, I expect more. But for $500 here, and I get it, $500 is still a lot. But right away, I can already see that the cost is not only going on the finish for the outside, but I'm already seeing that the cost is going to other things. So it depends on what it's going for. But we've made it very clear that that's what the internals look. So from what I understand, the first batch that this brand has is going to be in stock. What stabs are going to be using? We're going to be using some Type Plus X YIKB. I like these ones here. I personally do not care if there's something wrong internally. If something else is good, we raise the bar for makers way too high. I mean, I think, yeah, and I think the whole conversation is probably a double-edged sword in a lot of aspects. And I'm not saying anyone's wrong or right, by the way. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm trying to make sense of it as well. Can justify a bad coating and just the price of the board higher to cover a good anode coating. Okay, this is actually something where I'll kind of challenge you on, Big Max. If the board, here's my thing here, okay? The board right now, let's use this board for an example. It is $500. Would you guys want to spend an extra $50 to get the internal perfect? If that means now the internal's perfect. This is the question we need to ask ourselves. And again, if we used a different example where, you know, if machining wasn't as crazy, if there wasn't as many parts, if there wasn't as many things, maybe we can say yes, like that $500 board needs to have everything perfect. We've cleared that. But for this particular board, if it means even an extra $20, I don't think I'd want to spend $20 to see the internal coating being perfect. Personally, I don't care. But it could be something you guys care about. And I'm trying to be understanding of that as well. And I hope everyone's understanding of both particular points of view. But for me, way too lucky. Like I said, I think everyone's going to be different here. But I don't know. Any amount of money spent extra on things that I personally don't care about makes no sense to me. But hey, we're aware of it. We're all talking out loud. We're all being respectful. I appreciate that. And I love that about us here. Let's get these loops. Actually, I forgot to do the plastic part. Also, flaws should be expected. Like, they cannot levitate the board. It has to be hooked onto something to anode. Yeah, and maybe in this case here, because from what I understand, this is a baked lacquer. Maybe in this case here, it's impossible. Maybe you can't do both sides. Maybe that's just something that's not feasible for baked lacquer. I don't know, because I've never used baked lacquer anything in my entire life. So maybe we're all kind of in this disillusioned spot right now where we're kind of having this expectation, but maybe it's not possible. The interior is a gift. Yeah. The only B-stock coating I've ever seen is Key Cult powder coat. Awkward. Powder coating has its issues. I really don't care for powder coating too much on most boards. Wait until keyboard people realize that people already do that kind of stuff in the machining process for like medical equipment, send scuffs and blemishes. For which one, sorry? Lacquer? Oh my god, dude, baked lacquer would sound like a nice treat if I didn't know what it was. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up, and then I had to do like comparative research based off of like what's better. Is anode better than lacquer? Is lacquer better than anode? Like, I've never seen this before. How long does lacquer last? And I got very broad answers because it seems like lacquer is not super widely used on metal. It seems like it's a specialty coating, like through and through. And again, from what I read, it might have a short lifespan, but I don't know. I'm just reading what other people put on, and it might even not even be the same like way that they applied it. You know what I mean? It's interesting. I wish I had more information on it, but I don't. You know? I view bad/scuffed interiors as just lazy manufacturing. My new Ergo is perfect on the inside and it was so cheap too. I think we all know it's possible. Totally. But I like to try to stay away from people like QK and Wuche and stuff like that. The reason why I try to stay away from that is because they do like the volume they produce is way different than the volume of the rest of the hobby. So their pricing is lower due to their volume. I think that one there's a tough one for me to compare to Big Macs, but I don't disagree. Like I don't disagree that like yes, I understand there are boards that are done differently, but volume-wise, it's tough to compare them entirely. But no, I appreciate you bringing that up though because you're right. The Neo stuff is very well done. My MacBook has good ammo. Dude, I dropped my phone like 4 times yesterday. I was so sad. I scuffed it so bad on the side. What are your thoughts on the GMK Cosmo set? It's all right looking. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it looks cool. Just in time for iPhone 16, Alex? I really don't want to spend money on a phone right now. Although my battery life is fucking terrible lately. But yeah, I really don't want to spend money on a phone. By the way, guys, I really do think this is really good conversation to have. It opens up a lot of insight, and I appreciate everyone, participating in the convo. For real. Big Max, appreciate you, buddy. Everyone participating, love you guys. It's a really good conversation to have, and we need to have conversations like this. I do think part of the issue also stems from bargain boards that exist on the market. It just created an unrealistic expectation for smaller makers. A lot of vendors have told me that too, Rusty. I feel like early on we were okay paying $400 to $500 for a board, with some minor imperfections. With the boards cost $150 with higher quality. Yeah, a lot of vendors have told me that they're feeling that as well. That it's hard to keep up with like smaller projects that are done on a very small scale because the expectation has grown so vastly. And it's become a very difficult thing for a lot of smaller makers recently because they can't hold that same expectation for the same types of prices that are offered from these companies that are offering, 10,000 units as an MOQ, when the MOQ for some smaller makers is 50. And it's hard to hold it to the same standard when you have a price reduction so low. You know what I mean? Off topic, but what happened to Key Cult? Been researching about custom keyboards history, I guess. I feel like that's a long story, and I don't think anything truly happened to Key Cult other than things have shifted, and they've made mistakes. Like, I think that's the easiest way to kind of sum it up. I think there's probably a more in-depth answer. They've made mistakes that it's been very difficult to recover from. Is probably the best answer I can give you. I have a friend in the CNC world. He told me when I sent him a picture of the board, he said the machining work is more than 50% of the board because of a lot of different angles. Oh, this particular board? Yeah, I mean, dude, like I said, I think depending on what you kind of expect from your boards will differ, but I think there's realistic things. Key Cult is in hibernation for eternity. Well, if I'm being honest, the Key Cult stuff, I feel like there was a lot of people reporting on the drama for Key Cult. And again, I don't have any affiliations to Key Cult. I'm clear of any sort of, I'm not going to be nice for the sake of being nice. I'm not going to be mean for the sake of being mean. But realistically, what seemed to happen, from what I understand after speaking to Key Cult and speaking to other people, there was a very, very unfortunate two things. There was a two-part problem. I don't like speaking on drama, by the way, because I think it's pointless because everyone has different viewpoints on what they feel is like drama. But from what I understand, it was a bad batch of private units, as well as really long times, like really, and I mean like unacceptable long wait times for private group buys for like one-off commission boards. So it was a bad batch of commissions, and then also the private one-off commissions were terrible, wait time wise. And then that kind of snowballed, and then it just kind of went into a whole bunch of different, directions there. It is what it is. Like, they didn't communicate very well. I even made that comment to them personally. So this is not just like I said it behind someone's back. I literally said, I think there should be better communication. They agreed. And I think they're still doing well for them now. I think they're still doing well for themselves right now. So I don't think that's an issue. Like, I still think there are people interested in the Key Cult brand, but it definitely put a stain on their image. I don't personally like the powder coated units. It wasn't really my thing. I would not put Key Cult on the same level as Rama. My own opinion there, but I don't think we need too many stabs for today, by the way. And I'm hoping I can use a 6.25U. I don't know if that's possible with this board, but we're going to try today. Because I really want to try one. Oh no, I took out both the little stems. I don't know which one's which now. The stream has heated conversations today. Yeah, we're having a lot of grown-up conversations today, huh? It's very different vibe today. Classic care, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I mean, the menu change and stuff like that is definitely something that probably hurt them a little bit too.
Last stream, you mentioned something dropping tomorrow, Sunday. Are you allowed to share today?
Oh, I just meant this board. I think this board's really cool. I was super pumped up about this board when we were going to stream it. This board's super neat looking, and I'm so pumped up for it. Sunday drama chat. We're never doing drama chats. Ever. That is the lowest form of content, in my opinion. When you have to... Oh, I feel like this is real mean. And I don't mean it in a mean way. But listen, I'm not a drama person. I don't want to report on drama as my content. I just think that's like really low-hanging fruit. Not my thing. It's like, it's not really original. You're just kind of reporting things that happened. It earns the most money? Well, a lot of things can earn a lot of money, but that is not my goal. I did put this in the wrong spot here. Moist critic. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. Do you think PBT and Fans Retro 100 would look good on a black keyboard? What does that look like again? I don't really remember. Mr. Toes is not in it for the cash, he's in it for the love. Yeah, there could be a bajillion different things I could have done for cash grab stuff, but I have not done that. I really hope 6.25U works for this. I think I will have to criticize this a little bit because, for some reason I thought there was a full backspace here. I would have loved to see some more variations in the PCB. And I think just making a solderable PCB for this board would have been really nice, or just more options in the hot swap unit here. It's okay though. Again, I think maybe the main draw here is all the other features this has. But I think this could have been a very desirable unit for me at the very least. Had this had a few extra little pieces, Oh, I just dropped the other stem. From what I understand, this is not a prototype. This is just a unit here. Are you buying anything in the hobby these days? Haven't heard you being hyped for a keycap set. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty hyped about the Ori 65. I think I've mentioned it a few times. The Ori 65 is like the keyboard on my radar. Seeing this for the first time got me super hyped for it because I love the finish of this board. It looks super nice. But the Ori is probably like top tier. I was really hyped for the Oku, but I didn't get to build one, unfortunately. And I think Mr. Lolstacks forgot about me because I was supposed to build his personal unit, but then he had to go somewhere. The Ori 65 looks really sick. And in terms of keycaps, it's weird because I don't mean to say like I'm disillusioned about keycaps or like, turned off by the keycaps that have come out recently. But I think, and again, my situation is a little different, right? But maybe I think I'm at a point now where I have a lot of keycap sets, and I'm very grateful that I do. And I think some of the keycap sets, I'm kind of rediscovering how much I loved them. Maybe when that phase goes away for me, like recently I got cubed. Someone sent me in cubed, and they were very, very nice about it. Like they sent it to me as a gift. And like right now, I'm just kind of like fascinated with that set. Blue Alert's really nice for sure. But like I think for me, there's just a lot of sets that it's. This might also come with volume of things. Dude, it's really hard to be super excited when I feel like something cool is happening every single day and I haven't got over the first thing I'm excited about. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me to move from one thing to another because I'm still not done my excitement with the other stuff. And there's just a lot, Snap, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gurnal, thank you again for the bits, dude. Appreciate you all. Seriously. Daniel, thank you so much for converting a sub. Love you guys. So many good sets now, it's overwhelming. Yeah, even like the switches. I feel like maybe switches is what I'm really excited about these days. But do you think the hobby's moving too fast at a pace? No, it's definitely not moving as fast as it once was. It's just, if I'm being real, the quality of stuff, and maybe we should take a second to appreciate this and really appreciate it. The quality of stuff now, based off of the last year or two, versus the stuff 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, has not even just incrementally changed. It is massively shifted to a point where I'm very happy with a lot of the stuff that comes out. Obviously, we've had a few boards in which you've seen me get pretty upset about. Not upset, but like, you see me, you get passionate about how, like, why is this a thing? This shouldn't even be running right now. Like the IF keyboard, or to some degree the glitter. But it's not like 4 or 5 years ago where there was objectively bad things in keyboards. Nowadays, it's a lot of great things. We got some great boards with some proven ways to build it. And I get more excited about boards like today where it's not something that's ever been done. We got these cool little piston thingies. Dude. Aka, thank you so much for the 10 tier ones, man. Thank you. Really appreciate that, bro. We get these cool little piston things, and I think I'm more excited for like the internals of this board versus some of the other stuff. You know what I mean? So it just shifted. We're seeing a lot of cool new things these days that are a bit more daring that get me excited. And the other standard keyboards that we see, like, like the Neos and the Wucheis and all the other stuff, they're just boards that genuinely work, and they're focusing more on quality of life and just the build experience, which is great. But there's so many good things these days that come out. It's just massively shifted, dude. Massively. And I think someone said stable, and I think the hobby being stable is a good way to put it. It's a very, very good way to put it. Like, it's a very stable hobby at the moment, for sure. Gan, thank you so much for the 14. I appreciate the raid, dude. I hope everyone's having a good day. My name's Alex, by the way. We are building a keyboard. What did you guys do today? Did you guys build something too? Alex gets me excited about the hobby, honestly. Really? Way too lucky, I do? I'm being dead ass, like, I do? Oh, jeez. I just try to look at things from a different perspective because, listen, if I was to only look at the keyboard hobby via like a perspective of like, what's the newest, hottest thing, I'd be miserable. I do not like looking at things from like a hype perspective or like, is this the best value perspective? Like, I think there's obviously people who look for those things, and I know for a fact my content's not that. I look for just exciting things that make me happy and daring ideas, and I still obviously look at every project that people want me to look at, but you can definitely tell when I'm really excited about stuff that's different versus stuff that's just kind of thrown together to be the cheapest possible. And there's nothing wrong with that. Value is important in hobbies too. You want everyone to participate. But I sort of do it for myself. Clark, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you. The back of the PCB would make me anxious to build. Really? The back of the PCB is not too bad for me. Just the LED diodes, probably. But it's pretty simple. I'm just putting in some stabs now. The only board I consider buying is 60%. Makes the hobby quite a bit... Oh, yeah. If you like a certain... I mean, if you're really into a certain layout, then that makes sense. What do you guys look for in the hobby right now? Is there like a particular thing? Particular aspect that makes you super happy? That makes you kind of get out of bed to look for keyboards? I'm looking for love. Fran. I already love you. A crush type of keyboard? Geon GMK pricing? I mean, sometimes you gotta... Oh man, pricing stuff and MOQs, and there's a lot of back end to things. It's tough sometimes, you know what I mean? But I get it. I like hunting and finding rare boards and keycaps. Sometimes that hunt can go on forever, I feel. That's a tough hunt. This may be out of place, but given the diversity here, any of you gotten a Steam playtest invite for Deadlock? I seem to have gotten an invite, but I haven't asked for one. But I also can't see anything that would identify the mail as a scam mail. No, I got one too randomly, and I was so confused. I haven't even installed it, though. I don't think I'm too interested in the game, but I don't know. I don't know what would constitute it as like a scam email. I think you just have to double check it's from Steam, right? Maybe it's in the client. I haven't used it yet, though. I don't have a PC or time. Deadlock's the MOBA, right? I want a fancy hype keyboard for some reason. I love my Sonnet, but it's something about boards that are rarely available. Yeah, it's that chase. I totally get that aspect of building boards and stuff like that. Sometimes you chase for the thing that's, you know, tougher to find. There's always going to be a core for that.
So nice.
Wow.
Psychos. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. What are your opinions on HE boards and switches? Personally, not a fan. Oh man, I have a long-winded opinion on this. Yeah, this is the same studio. The same studio. So you know what? I like this. I've been really enjoying this particular studio. They do some daring stuff, and you know what? It's cool. I appreciate them for doing what they do. No, my long-winded answer is I think HE is going to be the future. Do I think it's going to completely replace mechanical switches like the MX style? No. But I think once they dial in HE, once they dial in maybe the fact that you can tune it, customize it, once they figure out some sound stuff, once they can, and I think the major holdback is once a company decides, here's the best software and it's open source, and everyone can make their software integrate like this, just like VIA did, I think HE is going to be so popular. But the biggest holdback isn't the sound, isn't going to be anything else, is the fucking software. And it's all these companies who release HE boards, and they're like, well, look at my piece of software. Well, look at my piece of software. And all the software fucking sucks. So once there is a piece of software that is a central core to the Hall Effect community, then I think it'll start taking off in the way that, you know, it should. But right now, as far as I know, there is no central piece of software. Because a lot of the Hall Effect is software as a selling point. So, that is my opinion. Software should be open and standardized. I mean, it should be, or maybe it could be, but I don't think it will be. Because right now, it's being used as a marketing point. God damn, dude, why is my man on my screen so beautiful? Are you watching Teja? Oh, this is not the right way for this particular switch. Oh no, it was. Jesus, I'm silly. Who? Damn. I think Gion's working on that right now with this whole Venom HE ecosystem. Yeah, and once someone does that, once someone makes like a system in which everyone can participate in, it'll get big. It'll become an actual hobby. It'll be like, hey, we made this cool thing based off of this platform that you don't have to install software for. You already have half the pieces. But until then, I really personally don't think HE will take off in the way that you think it will. It's really big right now, though. Like, right now, the environment for, like, Wooting is huge. Everyone really likes Wooting. And that's great. I'm happy for Wooting. They have well-deserved success, it seems, but in terms of hobbyist level stuff, I don't know. Let me get some keycaps really quick, because I just want to test the bottom row with the 6.25. It doesn't advertise that you can use a 6.25U, but I'm just genuinely curious, and I want to see. Although I don't know which keycaps that I want to use. I have a feeling you guys are going to tell me Crimson Cadet, but I also feel like Crimson Cadet might be too much. Hold on, what's that set called again that I have? Oh, do I have this readily available? I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I do. No, I do not. Oh, you know what actually might look really good on this? Oh, I have an idea. Miklon might look really good on this. We could just use Crimson Cadet, but I feel like it's a different red, and I don't want to like have it clash. You know what I mean? Okay, let's just figure out bottom row here, because this might not even be possible. I mean, it might be. Again, I think they need to work on some marketing aspects of this board. Oh, wait, is this the wrong particular spacebar? Maybe we do have to do split spacebars here. I'm unsure. We will find out here in a moment. This actually might not work with this. Yeah, it's not gonna. Okay, we can't do a 6.5U spacebar. We have to do split. Not the biggest deal in the world. I just wanted to see if that would work. I think this board is just ultimately losing some points just for the compatibility of the PCB. Nothing really else so far, at least in my eyes. You can view the internal coding however you want. Yeah, it's a fixed split. And that's what I was concerned about, because that's what I saw on the marketing. And they didn't really offer any sort of like what you can and cannot do. They just kind of left it up into interpretation, which is a bit of a bummer. But I wasn't too sure if you were able to do that here. It looks like maybe this should be shifted over to the right a bit more, and I didn't really see that while I was installing it, but it's okay. It's fine. Got some dominoes. What did I miss? Ooh, dominoes. What happened? What's a cursed invention from Corsair? Oh, 6.25 or 6.5U spacebars? Isn't that non-standard? Don't people not do that anymore? Those hot swap socket pings are driving me up the wall. Hot swap socket pings? What do you mean? Let's lube these ones here now. We got one more to technically do here. Pins? Oh. When it catches something on the mouse pad? I know, I hate it, but you know what? Today I don't want to harp on it. They're Kale, and you know what? Me and Kale have some issues with that. But I don't feel like harping on it, you know? I thought the Razor was the OG of the 6.5U. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you guys. I don't remember who popularized or started the 6.5U spacebars, but I hope they never come back. Doesn't Logitech also use weird spacebars? Yeah, I heard that if you want the regular Logitech spacebars, you have to pay a subscription fee. Bro, I don't know how they're going to get themselves out of the mess they've put themselves in over the last little bit. they're just, they have to really do something drastic, you know what I mean? This man don't play. For real though, man. There's all sort of weird sizes on laptops. Oh, well, laptops I think are an odd case, though, because laptops are not something you're going to sit there and customize, you know? They come with keycaps. And I'm all for laptops doing weird shit with their keyboards. I'm fine with that. Kind of cool, actually. You know, this is a hot take. Here, I got my last hot take for the day, maybe. I actually really like the Mac keyboard, like on the laptop. I know people don't like the new one. There was like one particular Mac model that they really liked. I actually really like it. I genuinely don't mind typing on my MacBook. I don't switch it out for a keyboard. Sorry, guys. I lucked out and got an X106. What the? How? As a beginner, do you have tips besides just going out and taking photos? Study. And what I mean by that is find your favorite photographer, someone that inspires you, and study. Try to replicate how they take photos. The key to doing this, though, is once you figure out how they take photos and you start replicating how they take photos and you start kind of melding it into your workflow, then you have to figure out how you take what you've studied and replicate and apply it to your own style. But studying other photographers is probably one of the best things you're going to do. Thanks, guys, for saying such nice things about me. And then learn lighting. Lighting is also really important, but I think that's tied into also studying. Like when you study for all that stuff, you'll kind of learn too. You got 9 out of 200? Damn! I was going to use my Sonnet today, but I decided to keep the... Although I don't even know where the hell I put it. Oh, right over there, the classic TKL. Diego is important. That's right. Diego is important. Did we say something about him not being important? Oh, lighting, not lightning. Is actually just the whole deal that's like photography. Lighting is really important, but I would argue that you should learn that and maybe even study beforehand, but they're both equally as important. I think you should study. Some people just have natural talent, though, and you can't take that away from them. Like, truly, some people are extremely, extremely talented at taking pictures. It's pretty crazy. Without light, you have nothing to expose. Yes, that is very true. Way too lucky. Without light, there'd be no photography. I was shopping for cameras and lenses last night. Oh my god, Dane, what do you plan on buying? Nothing can be exposed without light. Bumblebee's coverage of the Margot is too good. Oh, you mean the B-roll of it? Did Bumblebee do a review? Does he do reviews? I've only ever seen the new B-roll stuff. Maybe I haven't checked out his YouTube channel enough. I love Bumblebee's photography, though. He takes some sweet pictures. I guess we have this. Just photos and B-roll. This PCB is wicked. Okay, the PCB is really nice. Like, it genuinely looks cool. But I will say there is one major thing that, I just wish there was more of in this particular board, which is just layout compatibility. It's fine making a layout specifically for one thing, but I think if you're going after a custom market, then You know, it's always good to have multiple different layout options. Doesn't hurt. In fact, I think it only ever adds to your board. I think that's the major thing about this board so far for me is just layout options on the PCB. Yeah, I would have loved to have a 7U spacebar on this too. Loved it. And I think that might actually, I think this might be the one point of this keyboard which really draws people away. It's just layout options for the PCB. But on the other hand, maybe having a split spacebar, maybe that's going to draw some people in. Who knows? But I would have loved to see some fixed spacebar options, man. Loved it. Born to check out, forced to save the cart for later. But what did you find? Did you find a camera as well? I'm surprised you got an X106. Those are super difficult to find right now. I've reviewed the ripples. I used the ripples in the Neo Ergo build. And I've used them in another build too. I can't remember which other board I used, but ripples are good. I like the ripples. They're pretty nice. I just realized we're very close to the giveaway as well, guys. These are Cherry Nixies with dyed tops. They're done with a, oh god, I think I used a 56 gram spring. I filmed them with the Desky films and I lubed them with 205. I got the email, said fuck it YOLO, checked out in the middle later, the shop was sold out. You probably bought their literal only one banana. Like literally you must have gotten their only unit. Okay, maybe this is my other take for the day. Listen, in my opinion, clarifying my opinion, I've used a lot of the SWK switches now, and I genuinely think they kind of have that same HMX kind of feel, where it's like they all sound very similar, which is bright, full. It's nice. It's a nice sound signature. It's not like I'm saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't think there's a lot of variety with sound signatures with SWK, and if it is, it's very marginal. But yes, kind of has the same HMX thing. Good switches, but I wouldn't say it's like there's one SWK that stands out from the other one. We're farming hot takes. I'm just trying to keep it really, really, really real with you guys today. I don't know why. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not trying to like pull your leg. I'm not trying to like drag you guys around here. I like the HMX Sunset Gleams. There's a few HMX switches, and I think HMX switches have a lot of variety now, but it's a lot of like incremental variety. But I think the Gleams are nice. There are some switches from HMX though, which I try to avoid. Like personally, I don't love the hyacinths. I also don't like the Zinhais, which a lot of people tell me I'm crazy about. But I think the Zinhais are too plasticky sounding for me. But there are some HMX switches that I think sound lovely. Like I like the Gleams. The Gleams are good. It's kind of hard to imagine long poles sound too different from each other. As much as I like long pole linears, I'm really hoping we see full travel switches. You know, I agree with you. I have been really enjoying full travel lately, and I think I've mentioned that a few times where I'm like, yeah, full travel's kind of stolen my heart again. Ghost Dragon sleepers for sure. I've used the Ghost Dragons, I've used the Ripples, I've used some of the other. To me, they all sound the same. For me, it's just whatever the cheapest SWK switch, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a happy camper now. But yeah, I've used them all. I just don't really see that big of a difference. Maybe some spring difference, but even that I feel like doesn't really exist with some of those. You know what I mean? But I mean, I would even just say get the one that looks the nicest and the cheapest. You know what I mean? That's a lovely looking plate. I'm actually gonna. I like what they're doing with everything. The mounting system's super sick. I don't love the plate. I would have liked it just to be a full plate instead of kind of a flex cut plate with a non-flex cut PCB. I don't even mind the 1.2 mil PCB here. But yeah, options and plate differences would have been nice too for PCB/plate. It is what it is. I'm a boomer. MX Blacks will always be king. I think my favorite switches that I've used that really stood out to me and made me go wow over the last X amount of years I've been streaming. I don't even know how long that is. The first switch that really wowed me was Holy Pandas. Then the next switch that just like stole my heart, temporarily though, was Tangerines. Then another switch that really got me into just, I don't know, just really like wowed me was the KTT Roses. The roses were amazing. I still think roses are amazing. Then I kind of ignited my love for Milky Top switches. In particular, Gatoron Milky Yellows. Top fucking tier, dude. Then Cherry Nixies kind of made me fall. But Cherry Nixies are a tough one because they're a little bit more expensive. That's kind of been like my journey in like what I've fallen in love with. I also like the SWK stuff. I like the Obscuras a lot too. Obscuras have a very nice sound profile for being long pole. Lately though, I've been kind of leaning towards using my Gatoron Milky Yellows more often. And then I've also been noticing I've been really enjoying what's it called? The MX2A Blacks. Those have been pretty good. What have you guys been into lately? Ghost Dragon sounds so different from Catman's. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So, but you know what? I appreciate that you hear a different sound though, Kara. I think that's good that people have different opinions on these things because, I mean, our ears all kind of work different too, you know? Maybe the board, the room that we're in perpetuates a different type of sound. I like your Obscuras quite a bit. Thank you, Way Too Lucky. The MZY1Xs are very awesome. I mod the MX2As the same way I mod the Nixies. No different there. Absolutely no difference. So, Desky Films, 205, and a film. Or sorry, and a New Spring. Although, the only thing about the MX2As is I have had some where the stock lube has been abysmal. You gotta watch out for that. That's the only thing I can really say. The new Key Geek stuff's pretty good. Dude, Key Geek's kind of killing it with stuff right now, too. Key Geek's been hitting. They have been hitting for sure. All right. Really, I've had the opposite experience, but I feel like HMX experiences have all been like very random for people, you know? My family accidentally got delivered 16 liters of milk. Bro, how does that even happen? Let's take a pause for 1 second. What do you do with all that milk now? How big is your family? Is it just like 3 people, 4 people? If it's like 10, maybe that makes sense. 4 people? Bro, I don't know what you're doing with all that milk, bro. Can you freeze milk? Does that work really well? I don't even know, does it? Dude, that's a lot of milk, dude. That is... Yeah, I don't know. I've never frozen milk before. The fat will separate? That makes sense then. Fez, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. Well, there you go. There's your answer. You can't even freeze milk. Okay, real. You actually go through 16 liters of milk in a week, real? Like, you alone as an individual? 16 is only 4 gallons? Dude, I don't know what gallons are. I'm not an American. My family does 4 to 6 liters. Dude, I don't know. I think I have a liter of milk upstairs, and I've had it for like 3 weeks. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm trying to really think of what you can do with that stuff, and I have no idea, bro. That is an insane amount of milk. I don't drink a whole lot of milk. Bro, that sounds crazy. I buy the Fairlife milk, which is lactose free, and it lasts a long time. I do not drink a lot of milk, dude. I put sometimes milk in so the one I get, Nur is not the one that expires quick. It's the lactose-free one. It has a longer shelf life. It's great. I love it. It's the reason why I don't have to consume milk so quickly. I do not drink a lot of milk. I drink a lot of water. Milk is just not something I really care for these days, if I'm being real with you guys. It's just not something I give a shit about. What are my top 3 HMX switches? Number 1 is definitely still macchiatos. I think the cheese switches are okay. I think those are probably up there too. What else do I really like for HMX? I don't know. I don't have like a good answer for this yet. I just know my favorite one. I don't have the top 3. Water's overrated? Have you ever broken a bone? I hope to never, but no, I don't think I have. I hope to never do that, Big Max. Have you? It sounds painful. I'm good to go without that. Y'all are thinking ice cream, cheese, and yogurt? I mean, ice cream sounds like something you can do. I don't know how I've never made cheese, nor have I made yogurt before, but like ice cream I've done, and like ice cream you can probably make a cool thing of. Maybe bake some stuff. I don't know. Use it in your cooking. Okay, real quick. What are you guys thinking for this? Here's my thought process, because this is so adjustable. We can do so many different things with this. I'm thinking we leave the ones on the top the way that it came, which is stock like this. So I'm thinking that. We leave those. But then I'm thinking for the bottom, we sort of switch it up a smidge. Although, hold on one sec. Let's put the ones... I don't know if there's like a right or wrong way to do this now. I still don't understand how it works. Oh, I think I have these backwards. So these rest... So you can change... Okay, let me kind of explain this a little bit. See how it has multiple different places where you can install different pins? So you can install the extra ones if you want. You can make this really resistant. And you can put 2 more technically, or you can just remove them all and leave 1. Or you can leave 2. I think for the top, I just want to leave the 3. I kind of like the way that felt. And I'm thinking for the side, we leave 3 as well. There's a small part of me that wants to just leave the middle one out on the sides. But I'm not sure. And since we're not doing a full spacebar anymore, like we're doing the split, we have to do the split. I'm kind of just thinking leaving the bottom stock as well. Maybe the only one I want to change is the sides, which I'm going to take out right now. I feel like you should do just 1 in each for the ultimate bounce. I mean, that's what's really interesting about this board is they do give you that option. You can do whatever you want. But let's change the sides up. I think the sides would be interesting to try with just 2. Oh no, I was going to take out just the middle for the sides. That was my thought process. We can leave 1 and 2 and have the sides kind of being a little bit more bouncy. I mean, I appreciate this, by the way. This is really interesting to me. Also, I think I need to change one thing before I go too far into this, which is I have to somehow feed this through here. So give me 1 second while we adjust this. This is interesting to me. I don't love this ribbon cable though. I can already tell you this seems like a bit of a pain. Not loving that. Okay, got it there. Ribbon cables are always going to be, yeah, they're always going to be the bane of my existence. I hate them. But I don't think they're going to go away anytime soon, so I kind of have to learn to love them, I guess, or learn to deal with them and live with them. What's the best long pull switch? That is very debatable, I feel. I feel like there can be a million different answers. My favorite ones, though, are like cream sodas and obscuras. But yeah, there's a lot of ways we can spin what's our favorite. So interesting. This is such a neat mounting system, and I hope this works. Is it over-engineered? Yeah. Is it still fun? Absolutely. Just like the other one, the N1 from Noir, I think this is definitely going to be someone who's just really into this kind of side of things, who's maybe a bit more of like an enthusiast on like an internal mounting system. Keybay seems really nice. I've met them at the Toronto meetup. They've given me some boards in the past to take a look at. They've always been very friendly talking to me. They've asked me a few questions here and there just in terms of like the keyboard hobby. They genuinely seem really nice. I have not heard any bad things about them yet. Maybe there's bad things, I don't know. But I have no quarrels with Keybay. Do you notice a bit difference? Oh yeah, like the way I type is definitely different between long pulls and regular. Totally. Was doing chores? Hey, dude, you never have to apologize for being late to anything, man. I'm just happy to have you here, dude. Seriously. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't get down with cream sodas. I mean, that's totally fair, though. We all have different preferences and all that jazz. Sometimes we like things, sometimes we don't. I get that. It do be happening sometimes. Happy partner anniversary too. Thank you, man. Can't wait for the Classic TKL. Yeah, I think the Classic TKL is going to be a big hit. I think a lot of people are going to really like that board, by the way. All right, so this is done. Dude, this is still so interesting to me. Take a look at this. Look. Do you guys see how this gasketing system works? You know what's really nice about this, though? The way this was done and the way this was machined and the way these parts are implemented is there's not really a sound when this happens. Unlike the spring alternative to this, where I've seen the suspension mount be like springs, where it's crunchy, this is kind of doing its own thing, and obviously it's not that aggressive when you're typing. It just feels like comfortable. It is quite nice. And I applaud them on that. This is really, really pretty. Not pretty, rather, but really nice. Like, I mean, they're pretty, too. They're really a nice mounting system. Cool. This is neat. All right, let's put this back together. I think I'll just leave the foam at the bottom for now. And then if anything, I'll take it off. Interesting. They have some, like, cutouts, I guess, for these to kind of land. I wonder if... I guess that's more of an alignment thing, I want to say. And I guess this is my other small little gripe with this keyboard. This needs to be longer. This whole ribbon cable here, I don't think this is a good length for this ribbon cable. Maybe we can install it like this. I would still prefer this to be a smidge longer. Maybe like an extra inch. So you can kind of lift this up and not accidentally pull on things. Not the worst thing in the world. All right, so when you take this up, you kind of have to be careful with this. We're going to install this one first. And let's put these screws back into this guy. Because the badge also locks the keyboard in place. If I was to give this a ranking, I would actually give this a kind of in the middle for build assembly. It's not difficult by any means, but it is tedious and a little annoying with those ribbon cables. It is a cool looking board, yeah. Is the brass, is it brass? It looks like it is brass for the USB-C cover over here. It's really pretty. This I don't agree with, though. This makes no sense to me why every other screw uses a Torx bit, and this one here is Phillips. This makes no sense, and I'm hoping this is maybe just like this unit. But I would really like to see them not use Phillips screws for the bottom here. If we want to talk about something unacceptable, it's the use of Phillips screws. I hate Phillips screws. I specifically... It is specifically to fuck with you, yeah, maybe. They have seen your hate and wanted to trigger you, yeah, maybe. Alright, let's put our push-in feet back in here. These are very easy to push in. They do say the brand name on all of them. Which is, again, a little bit weird. But whatever. Also, this makes no sense to me why this is upside down. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know why that's technically upside down, this piece. Like, the name of the brand is actually upside down here, but it's okay. Not a big deal. This finish is so pretty. Wow, this is a really interesting typing experience. I can already tell that. Whoa. Interesting. The more I look at the board, the more I appreciate its look. This is a knob, yeah. This is a left-align knob. With a tactile feedback. It does have like a little notch on it that's kind of coated in this... Looks like almost the same lacquer coating. I'm not sure if it is, but looks like it. Is it bouncy like the Salvation? I would argue that it's probably more bouncy without the need to go plateless, just because of how these things work. Interesting. I was going to use Miklon today. Is that okay, guys? I think Miklon would look beautiful on this, and I have the right space bars for that. Is that chill that we use Miklon on this? The other alternative is Crimson Cadet, but I think Crimson Cadet would be a little bit too red and a little too in your face. This is an interesting keyboard. So can I ask you guys, so far, you guys have seen the board. I think we can all collectively agree on one thing, which is I think all of us wish for more layout options. But past that, what are you guys feeling about this? Because I feel like I've kind of given you guys my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts, because this is quite a unique project. A little out of the scope of what we almost feel like we normally cover. It's very unique. What's the front height? 22 millimeters, which is a little higher than I normally like. This is GMK Miklon. I really vibe with the mounting system. You know what? I really vibe with it too. It's interesting aesthetically, but I'll hold my judgment until I hear the sound. Yeah, that's also going to be very important too. Good point. Yeah, I like this mounting system. It's interesting. No, it's not a speaker. Hamon would slap on this? Dude, you're right. You're actually very right on that. Hamon would slap on this. I mean, they're not super new, but there has been some designers working with them. There has been some exclusive products they've had. This actually looks really cool. The cream color one does look good. And as far as I'm aware, and I was told, is I believe the batches they have, I'll double check my email. I believe these are in stock there. I'm not 100% positive. Let me double check my email. I really hope though, that if this board does well, they can go into some sort of like group buy type thing where you can kind of look at some of the other colors, because there were some pretty awesome colors, and I'm really sad that they didn't end up going with a polycarbonate one. I saw that on the IC on Z Frontier, and I said, wow, I hope they end up having a polycarbonate unit. I think the red is probably my favorite though, because the red is very like vibrant, and I've never seen a keyboard with such a vibrant red. What's the current song? Softy by End of the Lights, or I don't know if that's the artist Softy, but it's called End of the Lights Softy. How was it? We haven't typed on it yet, Pars. So to sum it up for you, Pars, the good and the bad. The good, this is a lacquer finish. Very interesting. Very cool. The board itself has a really cool design and theme. Left align knob is really cool. These are the mount for the inside. Let me show you quick, Pars. It uses suspensions that go, how can I show this? Up and down. So this is the internal mounting system, and you can pick and choose where you want them to go from what they've done here. Super awesome. However, despite the way this looks, it looks really cool. Building assembly wise, it was just okay. I think the ribbon cables take away from some of it a little bit. Some weird use of the Phillips head screws. Overall, though, not terrible to build. Like, it wasn't difficult or challenging in that degree, though. I do wish there was more plate options. I do wish there was more PCB options. Am I going to hold it, against the board? Yeah, a little bit. I think I would have preferred this board. Like, I think this would have hit a wider market if they went with a standard bottom row. It is completely fixed. There's no options for anything here. What you see is what you get in terms of mounting. Or in terms of layout, rather. And I feel like that's an easy fix. I feel like that's not something that they can be like, well, that's it, everybody. I feel like they just need to release a new PCB with a different plate. Because you know what? It would be awesome to do because this is PCB mounted. It would be awesome to have a solderable PCB with a 1.6 mil PCB with no plate. That's solderable. This would be sweet. The bottom row is Win keyless or HHKB from what I understand. But the one that APOS has, and I don't know if they're going to run a Group I in the West. I have no idea. That is something that I don't know if APOS can answer those questions for us. But it seems like the ones that we see are the only ones we're getting. And then I need some other keycaps. This guy. APOS is relatively new. From what I understand, they also bought... I don't exactly know how this went. I think there's a thread somewhere on Reddit or on GCAC or something. Maybe you can check their message boards, but from what I understand, they also acquired or purchased a lot of the Kono stock, which is probably a good thing for the hobby because Kono is terrible for a lot of things, as you guys can probably guess. From what I understand. But I think they're primarily an audio company that's looking to get into keyboards, which is not the first time. If you guys didn't know, Desk Hero at one point sold audio gear and still does. But primarily, Desk Hero was once a completely... They did cables. They were actually called something beforehand, and I shopped with them before I joined the keyboard hobby. I don't know if you guys knew that. But in terms of like keyboard space... Relatively new in the keyboard space. There it is. APOS is pretty well known in the audiophile space. Yeah, I've been told that. Let's just take this one here out. Where are my IEMs? I haven't really been using them, if I'm being real. Just for watching the occasional movie at my computer, but it hasn't been something that's been like I've been desperate to use, and realistically it's just because they've been bothering my ears a little bit. I think I've changed in terms of maybe what I've been preferring in terms of that. And then we gotta go split spacebars, but I'm unsure how they did this, so bear with me as I figure this out. I think it's like this. Let me double check the... And then I guess, did they just put like a random... Yeah, okay, I guess this is how it works. I feel like this is not the right profile. We'll fix that. Is it? It might be the right profile. Just next to spacebar looks different. And then... Bear with me, everybody, as I find all the keys. Yeah, I agree with you, Banana. Specialty layouts are really cool. I appreciate specialty stuff. But why not include the standard ones? I agree. Do I not have it here? Where are you? I cannot see. Oh, here it is. I'll put it way over here. Doesn't Michelin have a 1.25 convex bar too? Do they? Or does it rather? If it does, it might be not here with me. Are you sure? I don't think it does. I have this one, but I don't think this is the right size. I think this is a 1.5. Yeah, this is too big. Or sorry, this is a 1.75. I don't think it does have a 1.5U spacebar. Or maybe it does and I just moved it somewhere and I don't know where I put it. So, what do you guys think of the way this looks with keycaps installed? It doesn't, not the base at least. It appears when you stop looking for it. I guess so. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out how to change this off of Bluetooth mode. So let me quickly take a look at my instruction set for this. USB mode. So how do we change it to USB mode? So we got to do this, and this. Okay, so now it's on, it should be on USB mode. No, it's not. Okay, now it's on USB mode. Okay, it's on USB mode now. The amber light is USB mode. Yeah, Arms, I saw it. I saw it last night. I just haven't had a chance to answer any email or any Discord messages. I love the way this looks. Maybe I'm in the different... I know this is probably like a very... This is a very personal thing, obviously, but I think this looks sweet. You just put a massive scratch in my glasses? No, Toby. This looks really cool. The red is just popping. My cameras are not doing this red justice. I will have to take a photo for you guys and really show you the red of this keyboard. It is red. Like, and the finish of this whatever the baked lacquer finish is outstanding looking. It almost looks like an automotive finish. And I don't know if they share similar traits, but this is cool. This is really neat. The one thing holding this board back is the layout. Because as much as I think this works for me, I can probably still type on this just fine. I would have loved to have a regular spacebar. Like, loved to have a regular one. Lacquer has some very nice surface and very nice... Yeah, this is like smooth, beautiful, beautiful finish. So nice. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Actually, 6 more subs and we give away the board. That's something that we talked about too. I don't know how well lacquer ages. I was reading different things, and again, this is just random articles I was reading, but it seems like there is a lifespan for lacquer. But I don't know if that applies to like the way they treated the lacquer, because I believe there's different ways to apply lacquer. Pars, thank you so much for the 6 tier 1s, man. God damn, bro. Okay, we'll give away the keyboard after this. We'll do the typing test. This looks sweet. This is a nice looking board. $500 is definitely steep, but you guys saw what's in here. So I actually don't mind the $500 price point. I think there's a lot of fun stuff in here. Little HJ test. We're using Nixies. We're not using the internal foam for the PCB/plate combo. This is the FR4 plate, 1.2 mil PCB. There is the bottom foam still on this. It's not going to be as interesting as a keyboard because no spacebar sounds, but like, I like the way it sounds. I'm a little underwhelmed because I don't have that, you know, what I'm used to normally, which is that spacebar sound. It doesn't sound bad. It actually sounds pretty full. I actually wouldn't say this is quiet at all, if I'm being real with you guys. I think we're very used to, like, long pull switches. I don't think this is quiet. I mean, you're not going to get the best space bars out of this, but you know what? For what they are, they're pleasant. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's a very nice typing feel. And this is something that I can't show you guys, obviously. Well, I can a little bit. The way this typing feel is with these little piston things, this is extremely comfortable. The 22mm front height isn't bad. I don't mind it. It does feel a bit tall for me. I love the way this feels, though. This is an extremely soft typing experience, but it almost has like this good. It has like I don't know how to describe this. It's soft, and maybe we can just rack it up to it being soft, but it almost feels like it has like a kickback to it, where it kind of resets itself like extremely quick because of the way these things work. It doesn't have like that spongy kind of normal. I don't know how to describe this very well. I apologize. It just has a nice kickback to it. It's like a snappy softness, maybe. That's a great way, Toby. Thank you. And then this adjusts volume. That's doing its thing there. That's beautiful. This is muting. Wonderful. Yeah, this is cool. It's a cool project. I have some reservations about the plate layout. Or the layout, the PCB. Like, I wish it was a little different. More to my liking, but I'm being a little bit selfish here. From a consumer standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, though, like, why doesn't it have more options? I don't know. I feel like it should. I feel like it would have captured a broader audience. But this is really cool. This is a cool project. Really awesome standout feature being the mounting system. This is so cool. And I don't hate this layout, just so everyone's aware too. It's a really fun, interesting layout with, you know, a function key right in the middle so you don't have to reach anywhere. It makes a lot of sense. But I still think there are people who probably will still prefer to have a longer spacebar.
Party hat, happy partner anniversary.
Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate the tier 1. Thank you very much. Forbidden HHKB. I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying. It's cool, though. It's a really interesting board. And I cannot get over the mounting system. This is a really interesting, very unique mounting system that feels really good. Does the bottom row support a different layout? Unfortunately, no. Maybe you need some sort of like offset 6.25U spacebar, but I didn't have one available, so it does not. And I think that's really killing it for the maybe the general audience of the board. I don't know. I think 22 is a smidge high for me. Like, it is. It's a smidge high. I think I can get used to it, though. Like, it's not something that I'm going to be like, I could never use this board. Shun it away. No, it's not like that. It's just something that I feel like if it was 18 mil, it's way more comfy. But this is really cool. You can tell, though, like, you can really tell that this team of designers, based off of the other board too, and I still have it, and I can show it to you guys. Hold on, let me get it. This is that other board they did. This one, if you guys remember, the N1 with the other suspension mounting system, they clearly are doing some really fucking cool stuff. And I'm gonna give it to the Noir Studio. They are like, I looked forward to building this. This was a really cool experience. This was a really cool build experience and a really cool mounting style. I hope this finds its audience, bro, because I don't want to see this studio just like fall off, because they're doing some cool shit. Where I will criticize the fuck out of them right now, they need to offer more choices for PCBs and plates. Other than that, this is really cool. I love it. I love seeing different stuff. I'm not gonna there's some stuff that maybe not everyone's gonna agree with here. Really cool.
So nice.
All I'm saying is for $500 they better send a hug and kiss from Alex.
From me. Some drunk guy hit my car and told it. Now I'm out of car. Like right now? That happened right this instant? Were you parked or were you in the car? Are you okay? Are you okay? That is the actual big question here. Alright, let's give away that other keyboard, shall we? I don't know what the keys are in this. Is this considered Alt? Oh, I guess I need to switch to Windows. Okay, let's just do one thing really quick. Let's get to the stream elements. I'm okay. Thankfully, I was in bed. Oh, so they hit your parked car? Dude, that fucking sucks. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Revised. I'm hoping it gets settled. I'm really sorry that happened, bro. That sucks, dude. It's like just such a big inconvenience. And you know what, dude? If you said he was drunk, that guy's a fucking idiot. I have no respect for that. Absolutely none. Where is Stream Elements? Stream Elements. So this is going to be the giveaway board today. This is the Spectacle 60. Very fun board. It'll be with the switches and everything. These are the Dream Girl switches, I believe. And a set of, I think these are C3. I can't remember. These might be TX or something. But let's go run this giveaway. Hello, Stream Elements? Why does it keep not loading? It's like just freaking out their website. Here we go. Let's go to loyalty, giveaways, spectacle. Hold on, I haven't given it away yet. 60, give everyone one free ticket. All right, there you guys go. Thank you again for Apos for sending this over for us to take a look. I don't know. I think they're gonna ask for it back. I didn't get that info from them. We'll make the assumption, like we always do, that if they let us keep it, it doesn't affect the way I thought of the board, as you guys saw. Overall thought, though, I don't know. I hope it hit its mark. You know, I hope that Noir ends up taking some feedback in terms of just layout options and stuff. Even the other board, like I said, suffers from that same problem. I really don't like those Phillips screws in the bottom. Wish that gets changed out. But dude, this is really cool. It's an interesting project. Really interesting project, dude. You don't need those points. I give the first ticket free, and then I just have to set something, so I just spam a bunch of ones. Are they? So is that what's happening, Boogie? Are they absorbing Kono? I thought they were just buying shit from them, or like taking over things to sell. I don't know what's actually happening with that. You know what? I should ask if they want to have a sit down and talk about that. I would love to give you guys that information. I just don't know. I have an extremely important question. Where'd you get your sweater? This is from Zara. My girlfriend got this for me, but it's falling apart everywhere, and I do not recommend buying it. I got it last year. It is like, I'm pretty sure this is going to unthread someday. Pinex, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it, dude. Looks clean. Thank you, dude. If there are any issues, oh yeah, you can just type in ticket again. It won't do anything. But I haven't ordered from Kono since I got my KDS transmutation keycaps. Dude, I have not touched Kono in a long time. I am not going to ever order from them afterwards, so You can buy a better sweater if you type in !merch. Thanks, man. But I mean, hey, if they're absorbing Kono, they're not for nothing. I hate being this guy, but bro, they're doing the whole community a favor. Kono has like been that weird vendor that just like I just wish was better. They've always been so bleh. God bless that Kono's getting absorbed. I looped and filmed my JWix Blacks. They sound pretty good. Yeah, dude, the moment you... I mean, JWix are pretty good switches, too. The moment you, like, tune switches, whole different switch sometimes. Kono was Garbo. I just had so many clients had such bad, long wait times from them, and then no communication. It wasn't like anyone got scammed that I know of personally, but just, like, bad communication, bad wait times, and overpriced stuff. Everything was just, like, marked up on their website for no reason. Yeah, that was the other thing. It was just like random prices. Like they kind of like threw a price at a dartboard. They're like, this is the price we're going with today. Am I going to look at photos today? I don't think so today. The only reason I'm not gonna is because I went to go look at the photos and there wasn't a whole hell of a lot. Maybe we'll save it for like Wednesday or something. Do you guys have a tier list you want me to do? Desserts? Didn't we do a dessert one? I mean, I'll do it. Oh no, we didn't do a dessert one. Bro, I haven't had a lot of these though. I'll do it. Let's do this tier list afterwards. Okay, let's draw the giveaway unit here in like you guys have another 20 seconds to enter. I think this is actually the most entered giveaway yet. And then we'll do a tier list and we'll figure out someone to raid. Hey, and just so I can get some feedback too, I really, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, the last year especially, I've been really enjoying content creation, especially the live streaming aspect of stuff. I've been really, like, doubling down on, like, a lot of stuff when it comes to how I take a look at these keyboards. And I'll put you to answer your question, Apos seems really good to me. Like, I've heard really great things in the audio community. Someone even said they're really well known in the audio stuff. They're newer to the keyboard industry, but I know some designers who are working with them that I respect. So I would say hopefully yes. Your enthusiasm is definitely shown on stream for sure. Yeah, like it's not even the enthusiasm aspect too. Like I've been genuinely trying to like really dial in how I do these streams for keyboards. So I hope that's been coming across, and like I hope that it's still just as enjoyable as we always have had that. I am not ranking the Canadian provinces. Please. But yeah, I hope that, you know, it's really been showing, and I don't know. That's all I can really hope for. I don't want to ever lead anyone astray with any purchases. So that's why I've been not even so much more thorough, but like I've been a little bit more like, you know, to the point with some stuff, and wanting to talk about certain things. So I hope you guys have been getting the information you guys need, as well as maybe the normal energy that we get from these streams, you know? So I really hope so. I love you guys. And all I want to see is like a happy community at the end of the day, man. Still, that's my only one forever goal. A haircut tier list? Oh, wrong button. Absolutely not, dude. Fruit tier list? Okay, we're going to close this giveaway and we're going to draw a winner. No Face! Congratulations, No Face 3D. Congratulations. I will put you down as the winner. I will send you and Aaron. I haven't sent Aaron the DM yet either. I will send you guys the DM after we're done, probably later today, but after we're done stream sometime today. Congratulations, dude. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna type in your name here. For some reason, nothing's copying and pasting on my computer today. What's going on here? Let's just undo. You know what? Fuck it, let's put it here. No Face. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Congratulations again. Later B-Day present. When was your birthday? Happy belated, by the way. Okay. Tier list time. Is there a camera brand tier list? Oh my god. Maybe next time you can put that in chat, we'll do it. We'll do it, Dane. That is crazy that you want that. Okay, hold on. Let me get this screen share going. 1 second. So who sent this? Was this Toby who sent this one here? Who sent this one today? Oh, gosh. How do I do this again? What button is it that I have to use for this? Alt? Yeah, okay. Underwear tier list? Bro, I gotta tell you guys. Okay, hold on. I gotta tell you guys something. Let me mute the music because I gotta tell you guys a secret story. So the other day, my girlfriend, she went out of town for a few days, so it was just me hanging out. But she texted me, and I don't know what happened, but she texted me. She's like, "I stole one of your socks because we're using it for some hair thing." And bro, like, high key, that hurt me inside. Not that she stole my socks, because I don't have many socks. All right. All my socks have fucking holes in them. So like when I heard that she took one of my pairs of socks, that my good socks, not gonna lie, I was a little heartbroken, bro. I was pretty hurt. I got like 4 pairs of socks that work, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Buy socks for fucking Listen, I go through socks pretty quick. I don't know what it is, but GMK keycap tier list? Ain't no way someone made this. Okay, that'll be another day. That'll be another day, dude. We're gonna do this. Of course they have a hole in them. How else would you put your foot inside? Okay there, dude. Friend hitting me with that logic. Alright, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I have not had a lot of this stuff. So whatever we didn't have, we should just make a whole separate thing here. And also, guys, thank you again. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the giveaways that we've been doing all September. Love you guys. I'm happy to have given a whole bunch of keyboards new homes. Haven't tried. Oh, I think my N, whatever. It's not done. I think I need to reseat the N over here. It's probably not
Buy
seated
yourself a
properly
sock
in the
with
hot
this.
swap socket. Thank you, EJ. Appreciate it, dude. Should we just fix the N really quick? I think I have to. It's gonna bother me. Probably didn't seat right in the hot swap unit here. Let's see. Nope. Pin is bent. Gotta go. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed today, man. And big thanks for APOS for sending this out, because I don't think this was a board that many vendors are carrying, to my knowledge. So this was a really fun project to take a look at today. Big respect for letting me take a look at this board. Oh, whatever. There we go.
Get yourself the other sock with this.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Real. Thank you, dude. All right. Let's see. I have never had this. Please don't get upset with me if I have not had your favorite snack here, okay? Or favorite dessert. I have not had this. Okay, I will say this first one looks really good. I've seen this, and I've never had it, though. Angel Food Cake. I have had this.
So nice.
And Bean, thank you so much for the Prime, man. Dude, I don't get what the Angel Cake is, like the weirdest thing. It's like red velvet. I don't get why it's so popular. I'm going to give this a C. I haven't had this. Apple crumble is fucking top tier, though. Applesauce? Like, as just a dessert? Like on its own? B? It's alright. Baklava is okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I'm gonna give it a B as well. Banana bread? Fucking S tier, bro. Baklava's S tier? I hate you. I'm sorry, dude. Instant S? Dude, instant. Banana fritters. What are banana fritters? Warm banana bread with butter? Wait, what are banana fritters? Is it like fried banana? Like banana chips? I can't say I've had them, but I can imagine how they taste. I'm gonna haven't tried them. Fried banana and dough. Okay, I've never had those. Haven't had this. Haven't had this. Wait, does anyone know if this one, I can't pronounce this, is this just like log cake? What they call log cake? Because I've had this. I have had this. My father used to make this, but I don't exactly know what this is. Is it just log cake? Is it like a Swiss roll? Okay, then I have had this. It's good. I liked it. I'm going to give it an A. It's good. Like, it is genuinely tasty, but I haven't had it in a long, long time. I'm sorry, guys. I have never had bingsu. Do not get upset with me. One day I'll have it. I pinky swear. Don't fucking yell at me, please. Please. Never had that. Brioche is really good. I'm going to give that an A. I have a soft spot for brownies. But you know what, though? Brownies can be made really shitty. And I don't like cakey brownies. I like really like gooey brownies. I'm going to give brownies an A tier. Bro, bubble tea is fucking overrated. I don't care what anyone says, dude. Bubble tea is so fucking overrated, dude. It is legitimately too expensive for what it is. I'm going to give it a B. I love bubble tea, don't get me wrong. But it is just like, I think there are better things you can spend $8 with. I have had great bubble tea. I've had amazing bubble tea. I've had bubble tea where I've looked at my girlfriend and I've been like, yo, this is top tier. But it's not worth $8 to $10 for bubble tea. It's just, it's way too overhyped for my opinion. But what was like 15 where I am? Where are you from, EJ? Bubble waffles? Okay, I got a soft spot for these. Bubble waffles are A tier, bro. Ottawa? It's $15 CAD there for bubble tea? Jesus Christ. Bubble waffles are so good, dude. I don't know what this is. I've never had it. Hold on a second. Isn't bundt cake just like the dish that you use? Bundt cake is not really a dessert. Isn't it just really like the pan that you're putting it in? Like a bundt pan? Am I wrong in thinking that? I didn't know bundt cake had its own like recipe. I just assumed it was the pan. Maybe I'm learning something today. Bundt cake is bundt cake? Are you really? I thought it was always the pan, just like the shape of it. If that's the case, I don't really know what bundt cake's supposed to taste like. Just rank it? C. I don't know. Cake pops? Fucking... Oh, I have had cake pops. D. Fuck cake pops. Cake pops are stupid. Absolutely stupid dessert. By far, like, the dumbest one. What the hell? Because I'm going to hit you guys with pricing again. Just buy a slice of cake. It's the same price. And you get more cake. I think they're ridiculous. Pricing shouldn't be a factor. But, like, what separates a cake pop from a cake? I've had both. They taste the exact same. Because you get, like, more icing on it or something? Bro, just because Canada doubles the price... Hey! Nothing to do about Canada, okay? They're usually moister? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know, man. I'm still hitting it with the D. This is my rankings. I haven't had one of these, but I really want to try one of these. Cannolis? A good cannoli can be good. I like cannolis. Nothing to write home about. Dude, caramel is not a dessert. It's like a topping. And a snack at the very most. Like having a little caramel cube. I don't know how to rank this. B? You're Italian, you put cannoli at B? That's because I have different desserts that I much prefer. I'm sorry, everybody. Any carrot cake fans here? I'm very sorry. It's just not my thing. Castella. Have I had Castella? I feel like I have and I don't remember what it tasted like. What does this have to do with being racist, dude? Oh my god.
So nice.
Sendal? Okay, after trying the ice Sendal switches and learning what Sendal is, I really want to try this. I just have not had the chance to try it. What is a new... Does New York cheesecake differ from other cheesecakes? Is my question for you guys. What is a New York cheesecake? Also, thank you so much, Mr. Tango. I appreciate the prime. It's just normal cheesecake? Cheesecake goes in A. It's a very... I love cheesecake, personally. There hasn't been like a cheesecake yet that I haven't like really liked, but it's definitely A. I have not had this. Chiffon cake? B. It was okay. Chocolate chip cookies? Depends on the ones that you get. But chocolate chip cookies are A tier. Chocolate muffins? I'm gonna give this a B. Churros? I fucking love churros. Cinnamon rolls are A tier. Eclairs are pretty good. I'm gonna give them B though, because I just don't love them. Like, they're just okay. Cream puffs are also just okay, but they're still good. Like, a good cream puff can be like, yeah, it's just tasty. Crepes? It depends on the crepe. It really depends. And this is like divisive because you can make a really bad crepe. I'm gonna give these a C. Creme brulee is the... Fuck. I also have to be fair with this because I have to be like consistent with my ranking. Creme brulee is A tier. Only because creme brulee, again, if this... I have had it made wrong and it's just like, alright. I like creme brulee a lot, though. Oh, I've never called them this, but my mom makes these. These are delicious. I don't know what she calls them, but I've literally had these. I haven't had this in a long time. I genuinely enjoy Dungo, though. Do I put this in A or B? A. Danish? I love Danishes, personally. Oh, biscotti. That's what they call them in Italy. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know why that fucking blew my mind. Donuts is so broad. But, like, yeah, I like donuts. Okay, Toby, the reason why applesauce is in B is because... Can I ask you a genuine question? Who's eating applesauce as a fucking dessert? Listen, I don't mean to be rude. But I didn't realize applesauce was a dessert. I always thought it was like a snack. Babies? People with no teeth? Okay, well, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just asking, like, has anyone here eaten applesauce? Bro didn't have a childhood? What the fuck? Applesauce needs to be demoted. All right, next one. What is this? I've never had this before. Dutch baby. I've never had this. Egg tarts? Egg tarts are good. I like egg tarts. A. I don't know what this is. Flan. I've never had flan. I've always heard about it. I've never had it. Oh, French toast. I'm sorry, guys. Fucking A. Fucking S tier for French toast, dude. French toast is so good, man. You get some good maple syrup, French toast. It hits. Frozen yogurt? Frozen yogurt's okay. I'm gonna give it a C, man. It's just alright. I would consider French toast a dessert. Fruit salad? C? Fruit tarts? I'm gonna give that a B. I like fruit tarts. Yeah, would you guys... fruit salad as dessert? Like, I'm not sitting there after a full meal having fruit. You know what I mean? Like, fruit cake? Oh wait, no, wrong tier. This is a D, man. Fucking fruit cake. No. This is like, I think for Italians, anyways, or I don't know if it's like a European thing. They do a panettone, during the winter time, during holidays. Panettone with fruit, the candied fruit. No, thank you. There's like a joke that when you have panettone and you get one, you just keep giving it away until someone eventually takes it. But I've had it once or twice. I do not like panettone. First of all, it's not my thing. And second of all, panettone with the candied fruit. No, thank you. Not my thing. I don't like it. It's just not my thing. I do not like the taste of them. Guys, remember, this is a very personal list. Gingerbread, D. I do not like gingerbread. Grass jelly. Isn't this more of like a topping though? It's C. It's all right. I never had this. Don't give me shit for it. Ice cream cakes are A. Ice cream. They're very broad. I like ice cream. I'm gonna hit this with an A. This looks delicious, but I have never had it. Jello is really mid, and I'd give that a C. Key lime pie is A. I've never had this. Never had. These all look delicious, but I've never had them. Never had. Fuck, I feel like I've tried this particular dessert before, and I don't remember how it tastes. I think it was good. I can't rank it though, because I don't remember. Lava cake. Lava cake's kind of low-key overrated. I'm gonna give that a B. Lemon squares? I feel like I've had these before. Maybe I've just had something that's called something different. I'm just gonna give this I haven't ranked because I don't remember. Oh man, I have a love-hate relationship with macarons. They're like, they're just really fucking expensive. Sorry guys, I have to, I've had good ones, but dude, they're just way too way overpriced. Macaroons, on the other hand, oh, I love these things. I'm gonna give these an A. Madeleines, these are okay. I think these are also overhyped. I had one not too long ago with some coffee. It was all right. It's all right. Mango sticky rice. My girlfriend would put this as an S. I have yet to try it. Don't hate me. Marble cake. Marble cake is okay. It's like every other cake. Meringue. Do they mean like lemon meringue pie? Like, is that what they mean by meringue? Meringue's A. They're great with coffee. Yeah, they're okay with coffee. Milk crepe cake I've never had. I've had this. This is okay. The mille, whatever it's called. Mince pie I've never had. Mochi. I feel like mochi's kind of... It's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not something I go crazy for. Oh, then I still like meringue. Meringue's still really good. Mooncakes. Mooncakes are all right. Mousse is all right. Don't really care for mousse too much. Muffins are all right. Like, I don't really give a shit about muffins. In fact, I'd even argue that I put muffin at C, but like, I'm gonna put B because I've had some delicious muffins. Oh, nougat. I think nougat's really good. Fuck, I actually really like this stuff. Never had. Oh, palm. We call these like palm cookies. Okay, let me tell you guys my gripe with these particular things. My mom makes these a lot. They're really good fresh out of the oven. And then they just become so meh after 24 hours. Like, you almost need to consume these things fresh out of the oven. And they're so good. Like, I could eat these like non-stop. Sending this to your mom right now, please don't. I'm gonna give those A though. They do deserve an A. They're not S though. Just keep going. Don't worry about it. Never had. Have I had panna cotta? I have. But I don't remember the taste. Peanut cookies? I'm not really sure what those are. Pecan pie is an A. Pineapple tarts I've never had. Popsicles. I'm gonna give that fucking D, dude, because you know popsicles are just they're kind of whatever. Never had this. Pumpkin pie is really good, actually. I'd give that an A. Pumpkin pie is delish. Red bean soup, never had. Red velvet cake. Again, if this was my girlfriend, she'd make another ranking above S and put this there. But this is like D to me, bro. I'm gonna hit you guys with like my reality here. Red velvet cake is nothing special. And they price it up. And I don't get why they do that. I know there's like a different way that you make it, and I've read into the differences between, I don't know, man. It's just, I do not care to purchase red velvet. I want my sub back. Popsicles a D. Oh my god, dude. Rice Krispie treats. I fucking hate Rice Krispie treats. I'm sorry, guys. I do not like them. I cannot stand eating them. Blasphemy. Guys, just leave me alone, please. I'm assuming like mango sago and stuff. I've never had it. Sesame balls, never had. S'mores, C. Sorry. Sorbet, B. Souffle is an A. I love souffle. I don't think I've ever had sesame balls, no. S'mores at C. I just think they're too messy to eat and I hate eating them. Strawberry shortcake, I can't ever say that I've truly had it. Strudel's an A for me. I never had this. A sundae? I'll give that a B. I don't go crazy for them, but Swiss rolls are B. B. I don't go crazy for them. Never had. Tiramisu's A. It's not top, though. Truffles are B. Truffles are overrated, in my opinion. Ube, never had. Waffles. S tier, baby. Never had. Okay, can I ask a question? Legitimate question right here. Who's eating cheese as a dessert? Nah, bro. Like, this is so jarring to have cheese here. Wait, I'm being dead ass right now. Like, are you guys eating cheese as a dessert? I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me fucking twisted right now. But who's eating cheese as a dessert? All the time? As a dessert? Like, after you've done your full meal, you're having a bit of cheese? Alright, I'm fucking wrong. Cheese is good. I don't know if I can rank it as a dessert. I'm going to put it at A. Dates, never had. Japanese cheesecake? Okay, high key, this goes in S, dude. I love that stuff. Turkish Delights, I've never had. I don't like bread pudding. I'm gonna give that C. It's not really my favorite thing in the world. Oh, never had. Butter cookies? Fuck, I really want these in S tier right now. Well, okay, here's my thing though. Cheese is also very broad to say as a dessert. Okay? Cheese is like, I'm thinking like, you know, you're having a slice of brie after dinner, you know? It needs to be more specific. It's also why I put popsicles at where it was. It's just very like generic. Like there are certain cheeses that I would not rank as a dessert cheese. Or just any sort of cheese after a meal. Never had. Wait, what's the difference between a Japanese crepe? Yeah, if it's like a sweet cheese, then sure. Yeah, what is the difference between a Japanese crepe and a regular like French crepe, I guess? I don't really know what a Japanese crepe is, but if it's like a waffle cone? Oh, is it the way you... Oh, I think I understand what you guys mean. I have had them before. I just didn't realize they were different. I don't know where this is going to land for me, to be honest with you. I think I'd put this with C. Because I'm just not a big fan of crepes. Like, they're just okay to me. I think this is going to go right beside the other crepes. Never had. Pound cake. Don't like it. Never had. Okay, at least I haven't had at the end. Okay, I haven't had any of these things at the end here. What's fairy bread? Oh, I know what fairy bread is. It's the sprinkles on toast bread. Never had it, but I've never eaten it before. Yeah, I never had any of these. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of desserts I've never tried. D-tier that shit? Which one? What am I D-tiering? Fairy bread? I know what it is. I just never had it. That's my ranking list. There's no lemon meringue pie here, though. That's crazy. They're missing a few, I feel. And they're missing all the pies. Where's cherry pie? Where's blueberry pie? Where's all the pies? Half of S is just breakfast? Leave me alone, man. You know what? I like peanut butter. I like French toast. I even think of breakfast. I think of peanut butter. I like waffles. I like all these things. All right? Leave me alone. Carrot cake, and D is a crime? Really? I don't really care for carrot cake. I don't see any of those pies, but I see a sweetie pie. No tiramisu. There's tiramisu. I put an A. You know, there's also a Canadian one missing too, which I'm really sad about, which is, what is that Canadian dessert thing called again? Oh my god, why can't I think of what its name now is? No, not butter tarts, but there was butter tarts, I think. Yeah, that one there. The Nanyamo bars. Those things would be S tier for me, dude. What is, what is that again? I have to copy paste this, hold on. It's like a, here, let me show you guys a picture of what they are. They're these. These things. These things are delicious. Love these things. I think these were originated in BC. And I think if you want a recipe, it is... did they just click this one here, I guess? Oh, here, we'll go to the Wikipedia page instead. Hold on. Wikipedia. Yeah, BC. Oh, literally that's the Canadian city. I didn't even realize that. It is 3 layers, a wafer, some nuts and coconut crumb base, and a custard icing in the middle, and a layer of ganache. Delicious. So good, dude. Oh, I didn't even know that. I knew it was BC. I didn't realize that was the city. These are delicious, man. I fucking go crazy for these. Do a cooking stream? The thing is, I don't know if I can cook these. These are stupid calorie dense though, bro. These are like, I had one time, and dude, I looked at the calorie thing because it was prepackaged. I was like, holy shit, because I ate the whole thing. Damn, these are calorie packed. All right, though. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. That was pretty much the tier list. Don't get upset at me. I promise that I'll try more foods. I feel like a lot of people are angry at me. I'm calorie packed as well. Are great when you hate yourself and want to eat your sadness away. I kind of want to go get one today. High-key, I'm considering leaving the house to get one now. Real Canadians drink maple syrup for a dessert. True, they didn't even have maple syrup. They had other ridiculous toppings on that list. Thanks, baby, for the good smiles. Thank you guys for all tuning in. There'll be another giveaway happening next stream, probably tomorrow. Considering unsubbing after seeing that tier list, I wouldn't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Not at all. I want a carrot cake now. I'm really hungry right now. I need to go get some lunch because I've only had one thing to eat today. I am starving and it is 3:30. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Let's go find someone to raid. I hope everyone had fun today. That is my only goal. Let's go raid Manic. Or you know what? Jay's doing a float. Wait, what is Manic doing? A keyboard? Oh, he's doing a Lego keyboard. Let's go raid Jay. Jay is, I think, doing a float. He might be building the float that I built, because I think he got sent to that float. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. You guys are the best. I can't wait to do more with you guys this week. There's a lot of cool things. You're going to go to H Mart? I'm jealous. See you guys. Love you. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the Sunday. Enjoy the weather. Bye, everybody. Love you.